very rare disease that affects 1 in 5,000 kids around the world, usually boys. The disease is always fatal. There's no cure. And Defeat Duchenne Canada is one of the largest funding organizations for research, not only just in this country, but around the world. When the disease first became prevalent and doctors started to understand it, kids were dying in their late teens or early 20s. Research has extended their life to mid to late 20s, which is really important, obviously, but we won't stop questing until there's a cure. Last year we raised almost $30,000 through Quest for the Cure, and this weekend already we raised $1,000. So really thank you for being here, and I know everybody donated at the door, so thank you very much. You can do donations to influence the game. Our folks from Defeat Duchenne are here to take, if you want to mess with the players, you can give them advantage or disadvantage. If somebody wanted to donate $100, we will do what is called a word edit. Basically, for 10 minutes, we can't say a word of your choice. We have gotten some really bad ones in the past. Once was the. And I tell you, it becomes
Gary, don't tell.
Oh, right, sorry. A bit of a nightmare, but for every time the players mess up and say the, we will get I will get a reroll that I can use against them. Every time I say the, they will get a reroll they can use for me. And if somebody donates $250, they're all gonna ride frickin' dragons. So how that will work, I don't know. But obviously, most of our cast doesn't need any introductions, but I would like to introduce Marianne. This is Marianne's first Dungeons & Dragons game. And she was the fortunate winner of the auction to join us here today, and we really appreciate her, so thank you very much. We'll start at the end of the table. If you would kindly introduce yourself and briefly tell who you're playing.
My name is Anthony Rapp. I'm an actor. And I'm playing a wizard named, his name is Orm, but he's a regent, so he's Regent Orm. And he's a high elf administrator of the school, government worker, who sometimes adventures.
Okay, Ed?
I'm Ed Greenwood. I created the Forgotten Realms way too long ago. And I am playing Thorond, a cleric of Tempest, the god of war. He's human male and a pain in the knee.
I know. I'm Gary. I'm the human dungeon master, and it's my job to bring our players some fun. Kris?
My name is Kris. I'm a comedian, and I am playing Admiral Paladin Borin Hardanist from Bright Axe Hall. He's a mountain dwarf. He's a military man, and he's an all-around good guy.
All right. So we start our adventure. Oh, Marianne, who are you playing? Yes, please.
Yes. So this I've been given a start, running start here with a known fighter by the name of Biggs Badaboom, and really he's hard to describe, and he really can't describe himself very well because he seems to forget an awful lot, and kind of at the worst moments, just loses track. So we'll have to see how he manages.
Okay. So all of you begin in Raven's Bluff, known as the Living City. It's located on the Sea of Fallen Stars at the mouth of the Fire River. Despite a sordid history, it's become a very wealthy port due to trade in its position on the Sea of Fallen Stars. Each of you, while on a sea voyage, has stopped here for a brief respite, and you have all received a mysterious letter. You didn't see who delivered it to you, but it did appear in your pack, and it's very conspicuous because its gilded edges shimmer in the sunlight. And it's addressed to you personally, and it's sealed with an effervescent, glowing wax. What would you like to do?
Are we in a room? Where are we in a town? Where are we?
You are in Ravens Bluff. It is a port city. You can be anywhere in the city that you think your character would be when you're on a respite from a long sea voyage. So you have traveled to Ravens Bluff with the intention of taking a ship elsewhere, because Ravens Bluff is sort of a central port hub. So you could be in a tavern, you could be at the Wizards Guild studying in the library, as your character may be. But yeah, this mysterious letter appears.
What does it say?
It says, "Dear Regent Oram," and it's sealed with a glowing wax.
I sniff it.
It has a faint scent of strawberries.
I detest strawberries, but I will open it.
You crack the seal, and the scent of strawberries changes to a flowering rose, and it poofs into a chromatic cloud of rainbow that dissipates slowly. The scent of flower floats strongly in the air before fading. The letter actually is written by hand in a very delicate script, very elegant calligraphy. And it says, "Delshandra Cinnarin, the Dean of Wizardry of Ravens Bluff Harbor, requests your presence at your earliest convenience."
I rush to it. That's the exact person I was hoping to see.
As soon as you begin to move, you drop the letter from your hand and you begin to move, and your eyes adjust to the darkness. Your eyes begin to adjust to the sunlight, and you realize you're no longer in Ravens Bluff, at least so long as you can understand. You're actually now in a very dark room.
Oh dear.
What does everyone else do?
Well, I was busy in City Hall talking to the local magistrate about military tactics, and I got a letter.
Do you open it?
Smells like strawberries. I'll save this for you. No, I'll open it now. Huh?
So you crack the seal,
Aye.
and there's a rainbow poof of dust
Oh, my
that
face.
caresses your face
Oh.
gently.
My face.
Oh, get a room.
It smells of flowers.
Oh, smells. I love flowers.
And like I just said, it says, "Delshandra Cinnarin, the Dean of Wizardry, requests your presence at your earliest convenience," and it is signed
Oh.
Peldarin, Associate Clerk of the Wizards Guild.
Peldarin? Love that guy. Better do what he says.
So you too, you take the letter from your eyes, and for a moment they darken slightly, and you too, from the bright sunlight you saw, are now in a darkened room
Oh, my.
beside a hive.
Hello?
Hello.
Is this your doing?
Not at all. Pleasure to meet you. My name is Admiral Paladin Boren Hardiness
How
from
do you know
Breakout
it's a
Hall.
pleasure? We have barely spoken.
I can barely even see you, but you sound like a great guy.
That's to be determined, I suppose.
Fair enough. Did you just get here?
I just got here. I opened a letter that smelled detestably of strawberries.
I quite like the smell of strawberries, but
That sounds good, yes.
you seem like a wizard.
How did you guess?
By the very condescending tone.
Ah, you are perceptive.
Yes, well, I am an Admiral Paladin for a reason. But, pleasure to meet you. Where are we?
In a darkened room.
Okay, well, that I have gathered. I light a torch. My adventurer's pack. And I light a torch.
You light a torch, and it gleams brightly for a moment.
Oh!
And your eyes are shocked by the abrupt change in the light. Inside, you see a building that's 3 floors tall. There are lush curtains that are separating what looks like box seats on the second level. And there are velvet seats in rows on the floor that go back as far as the eye can see. As you look down, you can see that you're actually on a stage. And as you light the torch, it's snuffed out. But it's replaced by a ghostly spotlight that illuminates both of you. And we're going to go to Thoron. Thoron, You have received a mysterious letter. What do you do?
Well, I can see that the wax is glowing,
Yes.
so I'll go straight to the bathroom. Because
Absolutely.
This is an adventure. I get everything ready, everything is just so, and then I take a drink. I look around, there are no servants to open the letter for me and take the hit. So, gauntlets on, dagger, open the letter.
So you open the letter and you see the same rainbow puff of smoke that I previously described. And it smells like fresh spring flowers. Your eyes begin to adjust and slowly you remove the letter from your face and you see a heavily clad dwarf and a robed high elf.
Oh, welcome.
Let me guess, you opened a letter that smelled of strawberries.
No fresh flowers in my case, but yes, it looks like it's adventure time again. And who are you, gentlemen?
Ah, well, pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Admiral Paladin Boren Hardiness from Breakout Hall.
I am Regent Orem of Hullfast.
And you are?
I am Thoron. I serve the war god.
Awesome.
So you see that Boren and Regent Orem are illuminated in a ghostly spotlight, almost coming from nowhere. And as soon as you perceive this illumination, one appears on you as well. We're going to go to your character's name again, Marianne.
Biggs Bada Boom.
Biggs Bada Boom. We're going to go to you now. Biggs, you have been staying in a small inn in Raven's Bluff, and you have received a mysterious gilded letter, like I've described previously. The envelope smells strangely of strawberries and it shimmers in the light. The seal is made of a rainbow wax. What would you like to do?
Well, before I can think what to do, this scent it starts me coughing. I'm just coughing and coughing and stumbling about, and I'm, into knocking over all sorts of things. And finally, in my paroxysms of coughing, I tear the letter in half.
So you're stumbling around, you're coughing, and you think, maybe I've seen this letter before, and then as soon as you think it's gone, you tear the letter open accidentally, the wax splits and cracks. That same scent of flowers penetrates your nostrils, the cloud bathes your face, and in a moment, the room that you are in disappears, and you are surrounded by a dwarf in heavy armor, a human in heavy armor, a high elf in robes, on a stage in what appears to be a theater.
Oh, look, another one.
Oh, do you need a mask, little man? Oh, it's quite the traveling magically. Welcome to wherever we are. I am Boren Hardiness, Admiral Paladin of Breakout Hall. You are? Take your time, don't worry.
Biggs.
Is that supposed to be ironic because you're so tiny?
Shut up.
I like this one.
So you are standing there, Biggs, and you see that the three people adjacent to you are illuminated in a glowing light, and as soon as you perceive it, you too are illuminated in a glowing spotlight, and you realize that you are in a theater, standing outward toward an empty audience, except for one seat in the fourth row. There appears to be a half-elven woman, an elven woman, excuse me. She's wearing a dress. It is plain, it is green, but as you can see the image twinkling in the light, it appears as though her dress actually possesses movement. As she shifts, you see a beautiful scene of animals running through a field, birds sailing across picturesque clouds. It's almost as though your eyes deceive you, but they can't, because you clearly tell that there is movement. And she says, "You there," and she points to Thoron. "Tell me about yourself." What does Thoron look like to the person who's sitting in the audience?
Thoron looks like a middle-aged white guy. He's wearing battered armor. He looks fairly amiable. He's the straight man in this bunch.
She puts up a monocle to her eye. It's golden rimmed and very clear. And she's like, "Oh, yes, Thoron. I remember you. Yes, I thought she's going to make a note, Pelder. You were supposed to find new people. You have accidentally recruited one of the old people. But you can't find good help these days, can you, Thoron?"
No, you can't. So we'll have to make do. What do you need us to do this time?
Well, allow me to introduce the individuals beside you. Don't put the horse before the cart.
But we're adventurers. That's what we do.
Oh, yes. Fair enough. But allow the process to unfold, Thoron. I know you're anxious for adventure.
Yes.
And she's going to point at Biggs Bada Boom. You, there, Biggs Bada Boom, what do you look like? So, what do you look like to the person seated in the audience?
Mostly a pile of metal. He's got, I've got a chainmail, I've got a shield, everything's just a bit big, because even for a gnome, I'm kind of on the small side, so I'm just kind of buried in my metal.
She's going to make another note. Dear Pell, make sure you find people that can move and are not just a block of metal. Got it. And she's going to glance at Regent Orm. Why don't you tell me about yourself? How do you describe your character?
Quite tall, hairless, very, very slender, with a face that sort of resembles Gru from Despicable Me, with the long pointy nose, pointed ears. Robes are quite dark, actually, but with a very ornate cherry medallion, with a cherry in a fist medallion on my left breast.
She says, "Oh, yeah, okay." And she's going to make a note.
Is that a sort of illusory enchantment on your dress there?
To what do you refer?
The movement of the animals on your dress, it's quite striking, and I'm not normally one to dabble in illusory magics, but that I'm struck by that, so...
She looks at you for a moment regarding your question, and she says, "Is it the images on my dress that are moving, or is it you?"
Oh, a Zen koan. Delightful.
And then she sort of chuckles to herself, and she says, "Yes, it is an illusion of my own design. I find that people tend to underestimate me, and the dress reminds them that all of us have secrets, including me."
How pithy.
And she smiles, and you can't see exactly what she's writing, but you see a very elongated check mark that she draws in her notebook. She's going to look at you, Borin, and she's going to say, "And you? How would you describe your character?"
Borin steps forward and bows in the spotlight. And he is basically he looks like Gimli. Basically just a stereotypical, more clean. His beard is very well coiffed, his eyebrows are threaded. He keeps himself very well kept. And he has the symbol of the dwarven god Moradin on his banner that hangs from his waist. And he takes his helm off and says, "It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. You must be Delvandra?"
Close enough.
Ah, yes.
Delchandra, Cinnamon is my name. I am the Dean of the College of Wizards here.
I've been waiting to meet you!
Oh, well, we have met now.
Well, good. I have business to discuss.
Ooh.
Oh, business, she says.
Yes, I'm trying to recruit new students for the Holdfast Academy.
So it sounds as though we are at cross purposes, as I am trying to recruit new students for the Wizards Guild here in Ravensbluff.
Oh, we're still in Raven's Bluff.
Well, yes, this is the Raven's Bluff Playhouse, of course.
Oh, right, it's just we were magically transported. I thought it might be another plane of existence, but was still in the city. Oh,
She glances at something that looks like a character sheet, and she sort of zooms into the level 6. She's like, nope, no extra dimensional travel.
All right.
Still on Raven's Bluff.
oh, great, good to know.
And she says, she glances at all of you, and she stares at Aram for a second. Do you think that we could perhaps put our potential friction aside and discuss why I have summoned you all?
I suppose I do work in politics after all. I'm used to such things.
Yes, and Biggs, is it all right if we begin the discussion? We haven't started yet.
Jingle, 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 jingle. Yeah.
He's like a child.
I'm going to give you inspiration, so you can choose one of your rolls, and you can roll 2d20s of your choice to make that roll. She's going to say,
It's her first time. Give her a break.
she's doing great.
Yeah.
Why am I talking in Scottish all of a sudden?
I'm rubbing off on you.
Let's see. Welcome to our playhouse, she says. You see, as I said, the Wizards Guild keeps tabs on interesting characters who depart ships in Raven's Bluff for various purposes. As Thoron well knows, we saved the world not too long ago.
Again.
Yes, again. It's so hard done by those adventurers saving the world, Warren. I know you've done that. You was on a trip in Barovia, didn't you?
Aye, yes, I have spent many times saving the world. I'm an old hat at saving the world.
Well, I hope you are ready to put that hat back on, my friend.
I am ready for anything.
And he's going to glance over, or she's going to glance over at Regent Torn. Very well. For those of you who aren't familiar with Raven's Bluff and how our town came to the wealth and success that you now see around you, it was through trade. Because we're in a very unique position here on the Sea of Fallen Stars, and on the Fire River, we have the opportunity to get goods from upriver, from inside the vast, from all around the Sea of Fallen Stars. And one of the most influential families who have risen our city to prominence is the Gravenbeard clan.
Oh, not the Gravenbeard clan.
Boren, I know you have issues with the Gravenbeard clan, but I would ask you to put it aside until I explain what has happened and why it is significant for people who may not be as familiar with them as you.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The Gravenbeard clan is famous for their adamantite ore deposits.
That. Yeah, they're famous for those.
Yes. And adamantite, as you know, is a very rare metal. It is used in armor, it is used in weapons, it is used to defend very, very small rooms because it's quite expensive. But what's unique about the Gravenbeard's clan adamantite ore is that it was laced with a black ribbon, which made it sought after particularly for decorative furniture. You see, it shimmers in the light, and it seems to dance and catch the eye if you're looking at it for too long. It's very intense and unique. But the Gravenbeard clan has not sent out a shipment of adamantite ore for more than 2 weeks, which is uncommon as they are like clockwork, these dwarves.
Well, I'll give them that. I forgot they were dwarves, too.
And they have, yes, the Gravenbeard clan dwarves living under the mountains and mining the metal.
That's great.
It's not, it's stereotypical, but that's what they do.
Oh, no, that's all right. That's the one we live up to and we're proud of.
Yes, it might be a trope, but damn it, it's a good one.
There's a realness to it, for sure.
So, the shipment is overdue and we need someone to investigate. And unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your perspective, you are the group that was available to do this.
You can't just call Skip.
We could, but as you know, he is very frustrating to deal. His voice grates on your soul, and in the end, you feel worse after talking. even though he's never done anything to you, it's just
Skip
something.
Soul Grater.
Yes. Yes. So yes, well, we could do that. This is not what we're going to do today. We're going to send you there. We're not going to send you there. We're going to ask each of you if you would be willing to travel there.
Yeah, you're
Germany.
sending us there.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's, potato, as they say. I mean,
I'm happy to be voluntold. Yes, let's do this. Let's stick our necks and other things.
Regent Nora, yes,
What possible reason should I have for deigning to do such things? What is the motivation?
Yes, what is your motivation? Such a wonderful question when adventurers ask what their motivation is.
I'm a part-time adventurer under duress, all right?
Part-time adventurer, or
Don't
part-time
do me with these-
administrator,
Yes. So really, seriously,
seriously.
what can you give me in return for this?
Oh, well.
I need some things of you.
Yeah.
Will you be willing?
So, I don't do on spec deals because that is a ridiculous way to do business. But what I could do is I would be willing to give you the spell that I use to create the illusion on my dress.
Good enough, done. Okay, I'll wait.
All right, great. And she's going to sort of, even though she's in the audience in the fourth row, she's going to lean into you, Biggs. Almost as if, and you can hear her voice as if she's whispering in her ear, as she's whispering in your ear, and she says, "It always gets the wizards when you promise them secret magic." So do you have any questions beyond what's in it for me? I've always prepared the answer to that question because adventurers always ask, what's in it for me? You need something compelling, you see.
I need nothing but a strong sense of divinity. I shall do anything you ask. I know we have just met, but you seem like a stand-up individual. And me being a paladin,
Siddiqi.
have an oath of devotion, and I shall devote myself to your quest, milady.
That was a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's very well.
Also, I mean, if you're giving out stuff for free, I mean, I'm not going to say no to that.
She
Is it free, really, if you're doing a task to gain it? Is that
Well, I
free?
guess so. That's true. But I don't need anything. I'm quite a wealthy dwarf. I don't want to rub it in, but I'm very privileged. But I'll take what you got.
always the rich ones demanding more.
That's right.
That's why they're the haves and
That's
not
right.
the have-nots. Yes,
That's
of
right.
course.
Absolutely.
Makes perfect sense. And she's going to fold her arms.
Oh, that's wizards do that. That's
She's thinking.
that means something.
She's thinking.
Oh.
She says, upon the completion of your quest, I have a rather, how would I describe it? A helmet that I have kicking around in my office that I really have nothing to do with because it's made of metal, and she sort of shakes her hair like this, and it sort of, there's no light surrounding her, but it's glowing in the wind.
My word.
And she says, I would be willing to give this helmet to you.
Madame, I will take that helmet with all the adoration in my body.
Maybe save some adoration.
All right,
for
cool.
yourself.
Yeah, we just met. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Too much
and
upfront.
Thoron, as always, are you willing to do it for the good of the realm?
I am willing to do it for the good of the realm, the glory of Tempest, and for the smile of the lady.
And she's going to sort of, her countenance is generally been very, cold isn't the right way to describe it, but very firm. And you are going to get a crack of a smile, and she's going to say, Thoron, I expected nothing less. And Biggs, what about you?
What are we doing again?
Follow these three, and they will tell you where you need to go. Oh.
This is how these usually work. Some stranger calls you in, they ask you for some huge task, and you do it.
Well, I mean, to be fair, this isn't really a huge task. I'm asking you to go down the road and look in on a guy.
Well, I mean, that's objective.
I mean,
Because why didn't you already do it?
why didn't, if I had time to just go look in on a guy, I would have done it. I'm quite the
Instead,
dean
you
of
wrote
wizardry.
4 letters.
To clarify, I did not. My associate
Oh.
clerk Calderon wrote them at my request.
So send him.
Well, she's obviously busy producing stage shows and setting up fancy lights.
And as soon as you do that, as soon as you say that, it turns from a white light into a soft yellow light.
Ooh.
And
It's a
she's
general
like-
wash. That's what they call it in theater.
And she says, "Yeah, I'm here all week." No, I'm not. I'm quite busy. Regent Orm, it looked like you had something to say.
No, I was just, let's get on with it.
Oh, yes. Well, very well.
We're all ready for our closing.
Yes, very well. As you're gathered, you don't need to know anything about the Gravenbeard clan. If anything comes up, I'm sure Thoron can share it with you. He has all the information.
Yeah.
Yes, Skip,
Yeah.
his brother Flip, and the cleric Chip. They're all yes. And then as all of you see a gentle gold light bathe all of you. And
So gentle.
as it's like the kiss of a warm summer rain.
Oh.
And you're going to hear
Gonna hit
her,
us with something.
you're going to hear her mutter as you sort of, your eyes close. You're going to hear her mutter, "The place." And you find yourselves on the road east toward the Earthspur Mountains and Trollheart Barrow, which is the ancestral home of the Gravenbeard clan.
Aye, yes. Well, we're on the road, right? So I'm going to take this moment to say, if you don't mind, my friends, I'm going to conjure my celestial steed. And Born uses Find Steed, which is a 2nd level spell, and he conjures this celestial war boar. It has like a saddle and these banners, and he gets up and he's like, there's only room for one up here.
Does it
Follow
have
the
a-
yellow brick road.
Does it have a stench, even though it's celestial?
It's got a bit of a stench, that's right. You like it though, don't you?
No. No.
I have a feeling we're going to get along just fine, Regent.
No.
Oh, look at us. 4 adventurers clad in armor. Off to another adventure.
Biggs, as you're sort of clunking around in your armor, it's like clang, 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 clang. You notice that the road is very quiet. As somebody who has been in the military as you have, you would notice this.
Aye, of course, yes.
That on a trade route such as this, you would expect bandits, but there are none. There's not even any sign of it. It seems as though the road east has been pacified.
Can I hear anything, birds?
Yes, absolutely. The sounds of nature are ever present. You hear birds chirping, the wind is gently blowing against your face, and in the distance you hear animals rustling, or you suspect them. You continue eastward. The sun is warm on your face, and in the distance you hear what sounds like a roar.
I cast Mage Armor immediately.
Regent Orm casts Mage Armor immediately. It's a roar in the distance, and it echoes through the mountain range that you're traveling through. But it is not a dragon, but the dragon falls, thunderously raining down as they roll into the Fire River. You come to the entrance of the Trollheart Barrow, which is where the Gravenbeard clan lives. Thoron, you noticed since the last time you've been here that the entrance has actually been widened and strengthened. That it's now easily can fit 2 carts and horses abreast, which unlike the last time, this entrance was quite narrow. What do you all do?
Are there any guards?
There are no guards. There is no sign of life. The pathway is actually quite unkempt as relative to what you've seen in the past. They took great pride in, even before they had widened this area, in the appearance of their home.
This is the moment when we go into a darkened cave This is the moment.
Well, good thing you have a mountain dwarf with you. I know these rocks and stones like the back of my hand.
All right, then show us where we need to go.
All right. This way, Boren he's a bit overconfident because he hasn't been here before. He starts talking to himself. All right. Don't know, I should have said that. This way, friends. And he steps through the threshold.
Well,
Send the steed.
fortunately for Boren, there's really only one way to go.
Yeah.
So it looks like Boren knows exactly where he's going.
This way.
And as you're walking down, the grade descends slightly. I would like everyone to make a perception check, please.
Ooh.
A dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Oh, 5.
Not great.
Oh.
Thoron,
15 plus 4, 19.
19, okay? Biggs,
Can't even read it.
What was the number? Sorry. That's the 20. Natural 20.
Oh my word! First roll of a first
Natural
game.
20.
Not fair.
Okay.
I say no. You lead the way.
So, Biggs, you
First
actually
five.
noticed something that nobody else did. It looks as though, and Thoron, you recognize that there's a lot. You know that there's always been instability in the Earth's Spur Mountains, and so there's always deadfall, but it's or rockfall, but it's cleared. Here, you notice that it hasn't been, which is very strange. And Biggs, you noticed something actually beneath one of the rocks.
Look, guys.
What is it?
The hand of a dwarf, right?
No, it is trapped under, but it's sort of sticking out. So with all of your effort collectively, you could probably lift it up and have somebody pull it out.
Oh, here I'll help you. I have a big fat dwarven hand.
I don't expend any effort to lift any rocks.
Very well.
Leave it to me, boys.
Oh, don't hurt yourself.
Oh, I can't. I've never hurt myself.
So it looks to be
Only others.
something made of cloth, black cloth, is all Biggs was able to point out to.
Ah, okay. I thought we should ascertain that before
Yes,
we pull
that's
it out.
fair. Yeah, totally fine. I mean, if it was a hand, maybe it's like a troll.
Yeah. Okay,
It still
so
could be a troll's arm.
it's cloth.
not. Yeah, it's cloth.
What sort of claw?
It looks like a very lustrous velvet.
Ooh! I found it first. It's mine.
Really?
How did you find it first?
Well, I'm the one who moved the rock.
I said, look, guys.
Yeah, you said, look, guys, but I moved the rock. But I am not a material man, so here, to you.
Thoron, everybody's arguing. Thoron takes a flask out of his jacket. He's like. So does somebody? Boren is sort of lifting up this heavy rock. Does anybody actually?
Yeah, no, I take this velvet and
Okay.
I caress it.
So yes, you take the velvet, you lovingly and gently caress it, and as it sort of spreads out luxuriously through your fingers, you notice that it's actually a black mask, something like a bandana that would cover a person's face. There are
Made of
eyeballs.
lustrous velvet? A mask made of lustrous velvet?
Wow,
Cover a
velvet's a
face?
heavy material, too.
Yes,
That's
yes.
sweaty.
It's
Gotta be one of those adventures.
Oh,
eyeballs. But what's distinct about this particular piece of velvet that strangely would cover the face and make it very difficult to breathe is that there's a single red tear sewn into the fabric.
I've seen this before, have I?
I don't think you have.
Oh,
But you can make a religion check and tell me.
Oh, yes, I'll do that. I'm proficient in religion.
Yes.
Another 5.
Okay.
I'm so proficient, I don't know what this is.
So you recognize that it is a black mask made of very luxurious velvet. And you notice reaching around, caressing it, as though this is the thing they have longed for their entire life.
Ooh. Regent, I must say, this.
I just like fabrics. I like the tactile sensation of running my fingers through lustrous fabrics.
It's like an ASMR thing.
Exactly.
Right, I get it. Well then you, sir, you keep that in your own possession.
What does this red tear mean?
Thoron, would you like to make a religion roll?
Yes,
See if you
but
notice?
we
No
need
idea.
to roll.
I'm not using this D20.
let's take a dive.
Okay.
And there is a +4, 18.
So, Thoron, you recognize this as the symbol of the adherents of Mask, who is an evil deity who is actually thought to be slain many years ago, also known as the Lord of Shadows and all sorts of other dark names.
Interesting.
God of Thieves.
Ooh, there are bandits in here, I bet.
Maybe this is where all the bandits went.
There are people without masks here.
They've unmasked.
Yes.
They're anti-maskers.
Which we don't allow here at Breakout, everybody. Keep your mask.
Oh, yes.
There's no body underneath.
There is no body. There is just this mask. You can't tell looking at it. I'm allowing you to make an investigation check.
Sure. 21.
So you can actually tell that looking at the fabric very closely, it's a very well designed piece of material.
Yes.
But you notice actually that along the sides, it looks like it was torn off, but very cleanly. It seems as though it would have gone on a larger head, but like the sides the back that would connect it together around the head is missing.
It seems like it was made for a larger head, but the sides that connected it around the head are missing.
Straight. Boring, what he does too, he goes up to the rock, because this is the interior of this mountain,
Yeah.
right? So he's looking around and he's trying to ascertain what made this rock fall. Was this a natural occurrence, or was this
Why don't you make
man-made?
me a stone cutting check with
Ooh.
advantage?
Oh, yeah, baby. Okay, 12 plus
Your intelligence.
history.
History, yeah.
Okay. Oh man, 11.
11.
81.
Great. Well, luckily for Borden, it's very obvious, and when you notice clearly that it's instability. It's not as though something slammed into the wall. It's just this region of the Earthspur Mountains has known to be very active in terms of movement.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Well, watch yourselves, friend. The earth down here is loose.
Thank you for the warning.
You're welcome, if you couldn't already tell.
Yes.
Do you descend deeper?
Yes, I suppose.
Correct.
Do we have I can see in the dark, but do we need,
I got dark vision.
I take a torch and I prestidigitate flame onto it and hand it to you.
The
Thank you.
light flickers on, and Thoron now is holding a prestidigitated torch.
Hi, I am Thoron, your target for today.
Yeah.
Hey, all right.
1,000 eyes that you don't see all sort of open as the light flickers. Biggs is a gnome. Biggs has dark vision as well, so everybody has dark vision but Thoron. Thoron is sort of blundering down with the light.
You know, I could wait at the surface and let all you people who can see in the dark investigate.
You could, but where would be the fun in that?
Fun? It's an adventure.
But luckily for Thoron, if they don't see you coming, they'll hear Biggs, so it's totally fine.
All right.
Okay.
In that case,
So you descend deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. You come to an open cavern, and in the open cavern, there is it opens wide, and there are two large doors. All of you recognize immediately that these doors are made of a rare type of metal that you may or may not have seen, but you've heard of it. It is the adamantine ore that Dalshandra mentioned earlier. And even if you don't know anything about adamantine, you know that these doors would be worth millions of gold pieces.
Oh, these doors are very expensive doors.
Have you ever seen anything like that?
I have. Long ago, my people of the Dwarven realm have made such doors like these. These specific ones I have not seen, but I have seen doors like these. Preliminary doors. These look like doors 2.0 or something like that. Way beyond my
I've
craft
seen these
machine.
particular doors before.
Yes.
Last time we were.
Yes, you have. You've seen them more than once.
Yes.
You've seen, what, and, do you have anything to tell us about these doors?
Yes,
Thoron?
the guards seem to be missing. If they go where they went last time, there'll be a council chamber beyond this.
Yes, yes.
And if it's like last time, every seat will be filled with people who are not pleased to see us here. But,
But you'll only know that if you go.
yes, we
Why,
go through the
why
door.
would they not be pleased to see us?
No, because we're not dwarves of the particular planet. That's all.
Well, I'm a dwarf, so it's a good thing I'm here. I've got some brethren, I suppose, on the other side.
Oh, yes, just use your customary diplomacy. Everything will be fine.
Done.
So the one thing you all notice is strange is that these doors, even though you've never been here before, they are very large and you think they would be very difficult to push open. And it's almost as though part of the movement of pushing the door is part of the pomp and spectacle of actually coming into the council chamber that Thoron mentioned, but they are ajar. Thoron recognizes it as odd, but all
But
of you
it's
would
not a
recognize
jar,
it
it's
as
a bar.
odd. Would recognize it as being strange based on the vision.
Right. Something is amiss.
Oh, you've been here before.
Mm-hmm.
They usually lock their doors.
Well, and there's usually guards. No guards, and doors are ajar. Something is amiss.
Why don't you go in with that torch and all your armor and your protection of your god, etc.?
That's what I usually do.
After you.
I just wait for the goading of someone who casts spells to tell me what to do. I'm wearing armor, and I have to be told what to do.
I suggest you go through the door.
I shall go through the door. Good thing I didn't think of that.
So Thoron, you advance forward through the cavern, and you sort of squeeze through the door.
Oh.
It's quite heavy. It's ajar, but not fully open. And as you do that, the rocks that you didn't look for from the instability sort of fall on your head, and you're going to take some damage. And we're going to say, what did I write down? 5d6. So Thoron, you take 17 points of damage as rocks fall and crash into your head and clang off your armor. So it's like clang, clang, clang. Nobody knows you're coming. Nobody knows.
Okay, well, it's not like I keep anything up there. Okay, well, I've sprung the trap.
So you push the door open. It's now wide enough for everybody to go through. Thoron, you can see in the distance the familiar dais that you've seen in the past, and which I will describe when everybody goes in, if you decide to go in.
Yes, well, I look at my newfound friend, Boren, and says, "Oh, my friend, are you all right? May I heal you? May I lay my hands upon you and fill your body with the healing energy?"
Oh, yes.
Oh, great.
Oh, I'm feeling better.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes,
So I
please.
use lay on hands.
I didn't know if it was going to be that sort of thing, but yes, please.
Oh, I'd love to, please. And I give him a little massage too. There you are. It's not just magic. And I
Thankfully, we
refill
have a-
him.
I mean, if I knew there was massages, like, just kidding. Okay, so you enter the cavern. Does everybody follow with Thoron after the lay on hands?
Yes, in
Okay,
last
great.
position.
Absolutely.
Bringing up the rear.
That's
All right, so it's
And I'm
Thoron.
prestidigitating all the dust off of my robe.
You are going to be prestidigitating a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. So Biggs, who's second? Biggs or Boren? Not that it matters, probably.
I'll be right behind Thorn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's Thoron and Boren, and then Biggs, and then Oram. Biggs, is there anything you want to do before you enter the room?
I'm still distracted by these doors. I was about to say that there. Guys, look at the doors. I'm entirely confused about why we're in here. It seems awfully dark.
Clang, clang, clang.
The lady told you to follow us. That's what it is.
Oh,
It's simple, really.
are you calling me simple?
Yes.
And you, Jalen.
So you enter the doors, and all of you notice that you look up, and you can see that it's a vast cavern that's wide open. And those of you with dark vision recognize that it actually goes up more than 60 feet. You cannot see the ceiling.
It's very dark and tall.
This is a big room. Impressive.
Monumental one.
Monumental. Dwarves work hard at building rooms like this.
I keep watching it. Is there anything coming down?
There is nothing coming down at this time.
I keep watching it.
Okay. So as you're walking forward, Thorin has seen this, but there looks to be a dais. And on top of the dais, there's a combat wheelchair. It is an innovation that has come across Faerun. It's a wooden chair that has metal wheels that have spikes on the end of it.
Cool.
And looked like it would be somebody who was unable to walk who would fight in this wheelchair. As you're walking past it, there's a golden plaque. Does anybody look at it?
Yes.
Okay. The plaque says the name is actually worn out. And Thorin, you're going to recognize that as being strange because the last time you were here, this was their most prized possession. It was clear that they probably cleaned this multiple times a day. And now the thin layer of dust on top of the wheelchair is strange. The name is worn off by time. But the plaque says, our greatest hero, the Gravenbeard clan will never forget, slayer of trolls, protector of children.
This was here before.
And great. There's somebody glorifying himself. Fantastic.
Bigby, you should ride the chair. It'll be easier for you to move around. Yeah, here you go, little guy. And I caught him in the battle wheelchair. There you go, and I start pushing him around. Look at this. Moving faster than he ever have before, eh?
As you're pushing the wheelchair forward, it actually cracks a little bit. You hear the sound of cracking wood because you did not disengage the brakes.
Oh!
So after you hear the cracking, do you continue pushing it?
Yeah.
So
Crackings are good.
So
In dwarven culture, when you hear a crack, you know you've hit something good.
So you push it using your massive dwarven mountain strength, and the brakes completely snap.
Oh, good.
And there's now no friction between you pushing and Biggs rolling, and you are now pushing this broken, priceless dwarven artifact around their ceremonial chamber.
Oh, brilliant. You know, brakes only slow you down.
That's by design.
Yes, of course.
The table's nodding at Bracelet. So as Thoron indicated, there is a council seating for a council, but there's no one in the chairs. You notice that there are 7 chairs in a semicircular arrangement made of adamantine, and they have a very beautiful black stripe, which seems to move as you look at it. But some of them have fallen over. And there's one chair in the center that does remain.
Well, this is suspicious.
Yes?
And Boren goes up to look at the chairs. Oh, what? These are knocked over? Dwarves don't usually knock their own chairs over.
Why don't you make me a history check?
Oh, I will. I am very, well, I'm not really good at history,
Does
but...
anybody else want to do anything in this area while he's making his check?
I just want to note that it's clearly a political chamber because there's an odd number of chairs and you always have to have an odd number so you cannot have ties
Right.
when you're voting.
I'm still looking up. Is anything coming
There's
up?
nothing coming up at this time.
Boren rolled an 11.
On 11 history.
Yeah.
So whatever I said on your last history check, it still applies.
All right.
You learn no new information.
Okay, well, looks like chairs. That's what I got.
Does anybody look at the chairs more deeply?
Sure, I will look at the chair more deeply.
Okay.
Bridget, get over here. Check this out.
I'll check out the chair. It seems very interesting.
So Oram is going to look down at the chair, searching, and you notice that the chair in the center actually has a very small brown stain that appears to be.
It appears to be what now?
Blood.
Oh.
Blood, yeah.
Of course,
Dried
when you
blood.
said brown stain. There appears to be blood on this chair.
Oh,
How surprising that in a chamber where there are no people, there's blood on the chair. I'm so surprised to discover this.
oh. That's usually a dwarven thing. We usually bleed on our chairs.
Why is that?
Well, it's
You never shave. It's not like you cut yourself shaving.
No, of course not. But we cut ourselves other places,
Oh.
so it's more traditional. Don't ask.
I wasn't planning to.
Okay, but I can go into great detail if you ever need me to.
I don't.
Great.
I definitely don't.
That's too bad. You're really missing out.
So yeah, you notice the blood on the chair, which apparently is not out of place at all.
What? He doesn't take his shells off his shelf.
Oh, right, that's what it is.
Yeah. Mhm.
So at the back of the room, you see there's a tunnel leading out, and there's strewn about chairs.
Thoron, look, there's a tunnel leading out of this room. Perhaps you should lead the way.
But you see, when you're a cleric, you have wisdom, and my wisdom is telling me not to.
Do you
But
want-
let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it. Why not? In for a penny.
All right, so Thorond, as you're walking through, you notice that there's actually something scratched into the door.
I stop and examine it.
All right. It looks to be writing, but and when all of you look at it, you recognize that it's writing, but from different languages. And
What languages?
Goblin,
Don't
Giant?
speak it. No.
Infernal,
Yes.
Dwarven,
I know that.
No.
Celestial,
No.
and Gnoll.
No.
No.
Those folks can hardly put a
This
sentence
is
together.
fresh writing, as in it's been done to the door.
It has been
since-
done to the door since you were here last.
Yes, thank you.
What does the infernal writing say?
It says, laugh.
Laugh!
What does the dwarven writing say?
It says laugh.
Laugh! That's what this says in dwarven.
This says laugh in infernal.
What? This is odd. What does the
Oh.
The sound of your laughter echoes up and up and up and up until you can no longer hear the echo.
A great laugh. You got a good hearty laugh, my friend.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yes.
Okay, nothing. That's all right. Guess I might join the fun. Well, anybody speak goblin or giant?
No.
What about gnome? You speak. You're small. You speak small languages.
Is no on there?
No was not.
Are you saying no? You think we're all the same? No.
No, I mean a gnome and a goblin. You're quite similar size.
You speak Calypso.
I'm just saying, you know. I'm not implying. I'm just putting it out there.
Thoron noted that he speaks Celestial, and it also says laugh.
I wonder if these other words in these other languages also say laugh.
Oh, I sense a thief.
Is this one of those posters, live, laugh, love kind of thing?
I mean, you can't say for sure because you don't speak all the languages, but you haven't seen live or love.
Right, just laugh, laugh, laugh.
Laugh. It's
Laugh.
like a comedy show, really.
All right.
Yeah,
Good.
unless it's a bad.
And this, you said this was outside the cave entrance?
Yeah, so it's on you entered through the big double doors. You
Yes.
walked and you took the joyride on the Priceless Dwarven Artifact.
Yes.
You walked toward the semicircular council chamber.
Yes.
On the other side of the room was a stone door, which is where you are looking now, and that's where the inscriptions were carved into the.
Oh,
the
there's a
frame.
door.
Yes, there's sort of like a doorway.
A doorway or
A doorway with a door that's open.
Open.
Yeah.
Thoron, why don't you lead us through this door?
In a moment, I have a question.
Oh, yes.
Newish since I got your last inscriptions.
Yes.
Laugh.
Yes.
Mask.
Yes.
with threads here.
Yes?
Do they seem to be of about the same vintage of maybe, or can we not?
It's hard to say for sure, but you think that yes, possibly it would be the same amount of, about the same age.
About the same age, right. I'm ready to die for work. I lead the way to me.
Thank you.
I have not stopped looking up for it at
So-
this time.
At this time, you see nothing. The door leads down a slight hallway, and it leads to a T-junction. Biggs, as you're walking forward, you're hearing a clang, 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 clang. And you realize it's you.
I'm
So-
not stupid, I forget things, but I'm not stupid.
You find a T-junction, and you can go left or right.
Oh, a fork in the road.
Take it.
Well, knowing that dwarves love multi-directional hallways, I'm going to favor the right way.
The right way, very well. So you walk down the hallway, I don't know, 200 or so feet, and it comes to an abrupt stop. Not so abrupt that you bump into it, you see it coming, but it looks as though it has been bricked up.
Freshly?
Relatively fresh.
Oh.
Not like yesterday, but it is new since you've seen it. last.
Right, and dwarves don't necessarily use bricks.
Not
This is a-
necessarily, no.
Oh, bricks. These look out of place.
Yes, they seem strange.
And is it like, how strong is it?
Make me a strength check.
All right. Let me check the
Athletics.
strength of these bricks. Oh, why am I holy man? Plus 5, 7.
So, so you're pushing on these bricks, and you're sort of looking around, and you're like, nope, impossible, can't be moved.
My friends, just to let you know, can't move this brick wall. Tried it, not happening.
Brilliant.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm alone with you.
Why don't you try to bash it with your whatever kind of weapon you have?
Oh, before it takes his great axe out, perhaps I will.
All right, make me another athletics check with advantage.
Oh, yes, all right. An athletics check, you got it.
Let the
I'm-
lever do the work.
I'm so athletic. Oh, 12 plus 8 is 20.
Oh,
Finally.
So you bring your great axe into the bricks,
Yeah.
and they come down in a crash. There's a poof of dry cement dust that now covers you,
Oh.
but there's no ill effect, and you can now see through.
Oh.
Behind the wall is what looks to be an ore processing room. It looks to be where they would have brought the adamantite ore to process it once it's mined and refine it into more usable materials. But the equipment is overturned.
Huh.
It looks as though the stations are not cleared. And in some places, it actually looks like there are tasks that are half completed.
I detect a running theme in this place that my people gain.
So the prudent thing to do
Yeah.
would be to depart immediately and go and tell the lady. But we are not prudent, we are adventurous.
Well, what was the exact assignment to just find out what's happened?
Yeah.
We haven't found out what's happened!
We have,
No!
they're gone.
No! We haven't found out why or how.
Oh.
Just that something has happened.
Yes!
We're also looking for a black material, aren't we?
What?
No, made that up. Haha. Just checking to see if you're all paying attention. Which you are. This is odd. And Bourne goes up and he starts to look around, and he's not an investigative kind of guy, but
Thorn
he's just
takes
looking
another
around.
drink.
What? Dwarves aren't usually so tossy and turny with all their inventory? This is quite odd.
Yes, it is quite odd.
Now, the corridor does go in another direction.
Yes, it does. You turn right, it also goes left.
So this room, there's no other egress from this room?
No, so no, there's not. It's a large sort of open room.
Okay.
It's probably like 300 feet
Right.
wide. It's not as big as the central cavern, but it's very large.
And
What you
it's a
notice-
processing room.
And it's a
so there's
processing
lot of
room.
stuff
There's a
going
lot
on.
of stuff going
Is there
on.
anything else to find in the room?
It doesn't seem like it. There's what you notice is that you do similar to the cavern. There is facing forward. There is a high ceiling, but you also notice there's a safety railing that's quite high with bars, and looking down, there's also a dam, unlike in the previous room. There was just
But like a medical observatory kind of room?
kind of.
Is there anything to see down there?
It does. Your dark vision goes about 60 feet down, and there doesn't seem to be anything there. No, your voice echoes.
Hello!
Hello, hello, hello. And nothing. There's no real response.
I guess we should go back the other way. Thorond?
Yes, now that you've awakened everyone to our presence,
You're
why
welcome.
not?
When we don't know, we smashed a brick wall, we screamed hello down a hole. Nothing seems out of the ordinary just yet.
Right. When I visit holes,
Right.
I don't yell down the mic. Never mind. We'll draw the veil of decency over that. Let's head the other direction along that.
So you walk the other direction. Thoron leading the way. Big. Before we switch over to, is there anything you want to look at in the ore processing room? Anything that you might want to check out?
Are there brown stains on anything?
Why don't you make me a perception check with advantage? So roll 2d20s and add your perception to the higher value.
Can't read this time at all.
That is a 15 plus, whatever you have for perception. Plus 3, 18.
Okay.
But you get to roll it again, you could get it up to 20, it's possible. That is a 3, no.
Rolling like me, I like
So
it.
you actually do notice that one of the stations does have what appears to be a bloodstain sort of trailing down.
Well, sort of, I want to run away, but maybe we should, is this like the one you saw?
Is it?
Yes, very similar.
It's very similar to the one I saw.
So a bleeding dwarf sat on this thing.
Seems like it, yes.
Is this normal?
Absolutely. Par for the course.
All right, so there's
Come to my house, blood everywhere.
So there's completely nothing out of the ordinary, apparently. Completely fine.
The clan of hemorrhoidal.
That's right. Well, friends, shall we look down the other corridor?
Thorond?
Yes!
Hey!
Yes! Thorond is valiantly, prayerfully holding the torch and leading the way, hello, hello.
Heroically leading the way. So you keep walking, and there's a series of doors, and you recognize this door. And one of them is the office of the. It says office of the council speaker.
Which is flip.
Everybody may make a perception check.
11. 18.
18, okay.
17.
9. So everybody with Thor. Here's something coming from inside the office with the sign that says Office of the Council Speaker. It sounds like someone who's trying to very quietly shuffle around.
I hear someone quietly shuffling around.
I do too.
Why don't you open the door and try to interrupt whatever they're doing? It's certainly up to what they're certainly up to no good.
All right, you stay out here.
I was planning on.
I'll go in and use my dwarven ways. Perhaps it's one of my brethren.
Okay, make me a stealth check with disadvantage.
Oh, I totally disadvantaged with my stealthiness. Well, I got a +3.
Oh!
Oh, but that's still a 9.
So annoying. All right, let's see. No reason, I'm just rolling a d20. Okay? So as you're sort of clanking forward, you hear a voice coming from the office, and it says, "There's no one in this spooky office."
Oh, all right. Never mind then, thank you.
Hi, Flip.
Wait, Thor, is that you?
Yes.
Oh.
What are you doing now? What happened?
So you hear like one lash get undone, you hear a chain, you hear a second lock get twisted, you hear a chair scrape across the floor, you hear somebody pushing a dresser out of the way, and then you hear the doorknob twist. He's gonna say, "Florent, is that you?"
Yes, it's still me. Yes, Flip.
Are you making fun of me?
No. I just wanted to make sure it was you.
Oh,
Because, and what happened?
oh man.
Aside from all this inferior desecration, what happened?
That's a great question. Like, so much has happened since I last saw you. It's like so weird.
Okay, let's confine it to 2 weeks ago to now.
Oh, okay. That'll be a shorter conversation.
Yes.
So basically what happened was like a week and a half ago or something, the clan started acting very strange. Yeah, thank you. They were like, became really lethargic. They stopped taking joy in their tasks. Weird, right?
That is not like a dwarf.
Oh, they were like talking like this. They didn't have any emotion. It was different than the sickness we saw. Still weird, but different.
I'm sorry, we haven't met.
Yeah, no,
actually. My
totally.
name is Admiral Paladin Boren Hardiness from Breakout Hall. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Wait, sorry, did you say Admiral Paladin
Boren Hardiness from Breakout Hall. That's right.
Yeah, that's what I said. Okay, yeah, new friends. Hi, I'm Flip.
Hi. Hello, I'm Regent Orm. Hello.
Regent, is that like a title? Like
Yes.
official?
Official title, yes.
Well, you know people who have titles are like super important, right?
Yes, so I do know that, yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Flip,
Yeah.
you have titles.
I have like 17 titles. It's like, it takes forever to sign doc. Do you know how much paperwork I have to do? It takes forever
Tell
just
me
to
about
sign
it.
It's the worst, right?
Yes.
Like, oh my God, it's just like these freaking ore processing reports, like.
Oh, yeah. But the titles mean you're in charge here.
Well, I mean, technically. And hi.
Biggs.
Biggs?
Yeah.
I think it's cool that your name is Biggs because you're a gnome and you're like kind of like not. Oh, sorry. Oh, you're like so fierce though. So fierce.
What race is
Okay.
Flip?
Yeah, so as he opens the door, it's hard to tell what race he is because he's wearing a cloak, and it really covers up his face. Imagine a child who's wearing a snowsuit and has pulled it as tight as they can. So he's kind of looking down at you like this because he can't see, and you just really just see his nose, and he's talking through this hood. Yeah, I'm Flip. I'm the speaker of the council for the Gravenbeard clan. I'm the lead ore processing dude. I have a bunch of titles. I'm not going to read them all to you because we don't have that kind of time and a lot to say. Hi, nice.
What?
Pleasure.
There's brown blood stains strewn about the various rooms we've explored.
Yeah, it's weird, right? It's not something you
Yes.
usually see in a
No.
place.
Well, apparently that's not necessarily true, depending on whom you ask, but,
Really? The dwarves I know are very fastidious. They don't like blood.
Yeah.
They like to be, right? You know what I'm talking about.
Well, I mean, come to my house and covered in brown stains. Good and bad. But please, continue.
This sounds like a party at your house, Admiral.
Oh.
Okay,
I happen
so,
to notice you unlocked like 14 methods of keeping your door shut as well. Seems you're afraid of something?
I mean, like, to clarify, maybe afraid is not the right way to describe it. More like
Properly cautious.
cautious. Yeah, see, Thorin gets me.
And so what happened? So there was
And I
clearly
think
some
that-
fracas of some sort?
That's right, cautious against what?
So, all of a sudden, the dwarves became like automatons. There was no catalyst that I could find. The weirdest thing, like I know I'm describing a lot of weird things, but like the weirdest thing is they kept like muttering saying the same phrase over and over again, like black heart, clear mind or something.
Black heart, clear mind?
Yeah, black heart, clear mind.
Can't lose. Anything about laughter? Were they laughing?
They weren't laughing, but they were like, they'd sort of like be in a corner and be like, kind of like,
That's a kind of laughter.
something was funny, yeah. So I guess that's true, it's kind of like,
Do these dwarves speak various languages? Generally?
yeah. because-
Including Knoll?
Oh yeah, no, because there's like a pack of wolves, and usually they're kind of jerks, but one of them's cool.
Smelly jerks.
Oh yeah, so bad. It's almost like you combine a boar with like another boar, and it's like really bad smell, right? You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
But yeah, no, we have a few scribes because the guild is whatever, and there's a scribe, and they speak tons of languages.
Well, there are all sorts of languages saying laugh by the door leading out of the council chamber.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't see that because I locked myself in here like 4 days ago.
So you've been in this room for 4 days now.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't advise you to like go in that corner. But yes, 4 days.
Oh, because you waited.
I mean,
There was some sort of danger, obviously, for you to lock yourself behind this door.
Yeah.
We've seen nothing but overturned chairs and inventory and brown stains.
Brown stains.
yeah, I mean, like, it's not like I was afraid.
Of course.
I was just cautious.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just cautious.
Just cautious. Just cautious as in the strange lethargy, and then all of these dwarves who are lethargic don't seem to be here.
Wait, what?
Do you know anything about that?
What do you mean they don't seem to be here? They're not just like
No,
rattling
it's
around?
all empty. Everything's empty.
Yeah.
It's cleared out.
You're the first person we've seen.
Whoa, that's okay. Because when I locked myself in here, they were still like puttering around.
Well, they've puttered off to some God knows where. God's knows
Oh,
where.
it's nowhere.
Yeah, okay. The only thing I can think of, well, there was like, you saw the rubble? We were trying to get to it. Doors, like, you know, they like it clean, you know what I'm talking about.
Of course, yes.
So there was like instability down in the warrens, and they found like a door. We weren't supposed to investigate it, but maybe they did. I don't know.
Why weren't you supposed to investigate it?
We weren't supposed to investigate it because we summoned experts from Waterdeep.
Oh no, that's always a mistake.
Well, I mean, it has been in the past, pretty much every time, but I really, oh, this voice.
Well, take your time. Take your time. I know what that's like. Wizard, does this sound familiar to you?
Which thing
I
exactly?
mean, people acting, the dwarves don't necessarily act so lethargic or
Oh,
monotone.
clearly they're under the influence of some sort of something or other.
This is what I think. Perhaps they've been turned into some evil fiend.
To laugh?
Well, laughing can cause craziness. It's an old dwarven saying.
Is it?
Sure.
I mean, I guess if you said it, it's technically a Dwarven saying.
Yeah, it's like one of those posters, you know, the live, laugh, love kind of thing. Anyway,
Okay.
I'll stop talking.
So Flip is gonna glance over at Biggs, and he's gonna say, "You seen anything interesting?"
I don't remember.
Okay, cool.
What? What were you looking for?
I mean, like,
Who are you again?
Flip, council speaker, kind of like Thor's my pal.
When
Like,
do I get
He
to
runs
stab
this
something?
place.
what? When you
When do I
get
get to stab something?
stab something. I mean, Flip takes a big step back. And he's like, if there's no dwarves out there, I'm a little worried about.
Is this spell that I'm going to get really worried about this trouble? I suppose it is. I can have beautiful and moving embroidery on my robe.
Yes, I would love that, but I'm not a filthy wizard.
Filthy.
Well, just saying, I mean, you know.
I am clean as a whistle.
Right, but your mind.
This could be.
You're under the spell laughter, alright.
Oh, right.
So where's this door we're not supposed to investigate that has this emanating force of darkness and...
Cuts to the heart.
You know, when you put it that way, it's kind of scary.
Yeah, well,
So,
Intrepid Adventures, you'll just send me.
it's down in the Goblin. Okay, I can't talk in this voice anymore. It's killing me.
Drink that old water you've been saving down here, my friend.
Yeah, I mean,
Clear the pipes.
Luckily, I brought a barrel.
Yes.
Otherwise, man, I would have died. It's down. He says it's down below in the Goblin Warrens.
the
Which is-
Goblin
Goblin
Warrens?
Warrens?
Yeah.
Oh.
No. The goblins are totally cool.
Ugh.
Yeah, like
Most of the time.
most of the time, like the founder of the clan actually made a deal with the goblins that because they were going to get so rich off the adamantine, there's no reason that they needed to fight. So they like gave the goblins food and resources and
Oh,
money, and
that's
they're actually not that evil. Most of them. It's
It's not that goblins are evil, they're just
annoying.
annoying.
Drawn.
Yeah,
Gross.
they kind of smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not huge on bathing.
No.
Yeah.
So we have to interact with these goblins?
I mean, not necessarily. If you take I'll tell you. He's gonna like hold up a piece of paper and he's gonna be like,
All right, okay, so we go down this way, and then we take a left here,
Yeah,
and then it's
basically.
on, okay.
that's what I'm doing. I'm drawing a map.
Oh, good.
So he draws you a map and he hands it to Biggs, and he says, "Probably makes sense for you to be the navigator, right?"
Does it? Okay.
Yeah. So.
What could possibly go wrong?
So he leads you down a hallway, and then there's a golden door. And he opens the key, and he says, clicks it, and the door is actually, when he clicks it, it locks. That shouldn't be unlocked. Weird. Okay, well, I'm sure it's fine. And he pulls the door open slowly. And he's like, yeah, just follow this map. And it'll take you to the door, the weird door that I was telling you about. And if you need any more help, I'm going to offer to heroically defend your rear flank from my office behind the logs.
As long as you wedge this door open, accept it.
Okay, sure.
So brave.
Thank you, Flip.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure working and meeting you, Flip.
Was it?
To me it was. I'm always up for meeting strangers down in deep, dark hallways.
Yeah, that's words to live by, Warren.
Indeed.
If we don't come back in 5 more times that you have to visit the corner of that room of yours, you need to send word to,
Doshan.
yeah.
Okay, I can do that. Yeah, I'll wedge the door open. You all seem much nicer than the last adventures, present company excluded.
Thank you very much.
They were very good to me. They said it was annoying.
Which last adventure?
Oh, you know, my old friends. You know them.
Oh,
Like
okay.
Shadows Across Rooftops.
Okay, those.
Dr.
adventures.
Bordak.
You don't mean that somebody came?
Oh, no, nothing
Oh,
like that. No.
okay.
See you later.
Hey guys, look, I'm out.
Thank you, lead the way, little one.
Yeah, I'll hold the torch behind you.
So you descend down the stairs, and all of you immediately recognize that the descent is leading you past the tail of the Dwarven clan carved into the walls.
The tail, like you mean the story?
The story of the
story,
Dwarven
yes.
clan, is carved into the walls. It shows the founder of the clan, Tallest Gravenbeard, finding the adamantite deposit. It shows the growth of the clan from a very small.
Yeah, Board is narrating this. I said, oh, this shows.
From a shoal, I'm gonna do it. From a shoal of the tallest graven beard, and the clan grew.
And grew.
And they became wealthy.
They became, look, it shows here, they became very wealthy.
And they made peace with the goblins.
Oh, look, they made, oh my word. They made peace with goblins? That is very undwarven-like.
Forward thinking.
Wow. Good on them.
But as you descend deeper, the reliefs get cruder, less refined. Almost as though they put less effort into the art as you go deeper and deeper. Until the art stops. And the smooth, shorn grade that you are on switches to a rocky, natural, overgrown tunnel downward. And then as you descend to the very bottom, it's pretty wild, as though it's completely unkept, and no one has been paying attention to it. You see the very big change between the two parts.
And we're quite far underneath.
Yes, you're quite
Crust of
far.
the earth now.
You would think you're probably about a mile down using your dwarvy senses.
Yeah, my mountains. Oh, yeah, it's quite deep underground now. Seems to be the world of the goblins. Only disgusting goblins dig this deep.
Okay. Biggs, you notice.
I'm a bit racist, I'm sorry. I'll just call it out.
No complaints here.
Hey, all right, all right.
He's of the shallow dwarf.
That's right, absolutely.
Biggs, you notice that as you're leading the way with your map, something odd at the base of the tunnel. At the base of the tunnel there. It sort of like descends down and then it evens out. You notice a canvas sack, and strewn around it is about half a dozen hammers.
We're digging.
Are there any brown stains?
No brown stains that you can see.
And a canvas sack.
But does the bag here empty?
The bag appears to have one of the hammers sort of mostly tucked into it.
Hammers are a dwarfy thing, aren't they?
They're a very dwarfy thing, that's right.
Yeah.
But these, he picks up one of the hammers. Are these dwarven hammers? Are these more crude?
They're not even really dwarven hammers. They're more like what you'd see a carpenter would use.
Oh, these seem very like human tools. Hold on. This looks like something that your people would use.
Yes, humans are as dumb as a sack of hammers. Yes.
I wasn't going to say it, but I'm glad someone did. This is very and Board takes he has one of those things that it can like unscrew from the bottom of his axe, and then he like a little like stick, and he kind of just flips open the canvas sack to see what's in it. But very, very, gingerly, like, all right, here we go.
So you open the sack and it looks like, you see rust, a little bit of rust similar to what was on the hammers. It seems like this canvas sack once held the bag of hammers, and as you look up, it looks like there's a place where the sack was once hung, and then you look down, and once you're actually lifting up the sack, you see that there was a tripwire.
Ooh. I'm not a rogue, but I think I found something. There's a tripwire here.
Great. Would you like to make a way? After you.
Let's see, guys. We could go past the nasty bag of hammers, or is that where we came from, though? No.
Yeah, the bag of hammers is sort of in your path where you were going.
Has the tripwire been tripped?
Yes.
Yeah. Just look out for tripwires. Look out for tripwires. It's simple.
I'm still looking up.
Okay.
All right. Come on. Just, can I stab something here?
Well, I mean, Flip's not there, so.
Stab me!
Well, I'm getting kind of.
I've got lay on hands, I can heal myself.
I'm stabbing him.
I do want to remind everybody, you can affect the game, you can give them advantage. You can give me advantage, which I would love.
Give you advantage.
All right, fine, let's go.
There's a donation tab over there. You can just tap your phone, or you can do it online as well.
Okay, forward march.
Where? Oh, where? Do we have a link?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll put it up here. There we go. It is donate.com. We'll put it here.
Yeah.
And if somebody donates $250, at some point you're gonna rise up for the So after about 20 minutes of switchbacks, turns, you follow the map, you come to a large crack in the ceiling. And you follow the crack in the ceiling, and there's rubber around it. So you can tell that this is what Flip was saying about the instability.
Right.
And there's a very simple stone door.
Look, a simple stone door.
Oh,
To be
Freshly
honest,
made.
Not freshly made, clearly.
so many doors in this place. All right, well, this place is filled with traps. I'd like to look around and make sure that there's no more falling debris.
All right, make me an investigation check.
All right. Investigation. I'm not very good at investigating things, but this time I seem to be quite good. 17 minus 1 is 16.
Oh, that's great. There are clearly no traps in Boren's estimation.
Hey, there are clearly no traps here, just a regular boring old stone door.
And the door, you notice, there's actually a seam, so it looks like it would sort of push open like a bar door in a Western movie.
Right. I'm going to risk it, my friends. You ready?
yes,
Yes.
By the
Deeply
people
ready.
appointed. Please save me and my friends and keep it free. Oh, he opens the door.
So as soon as you touch the door,
Oh no.
they swing open.
Oh, good. Ah, like an old Western door in a
Like a saloon.
like a saloon.
And I announce,
Milk.
excuse me?
Well, he's obviously ordered all four of us milk.
Yes, I don't know. None of you with dark vision, you notice that on the other side, it's dark, and your dark vision will not penetrate it. Even if you had magical sight, which allowed you to see it, you would not be allowed. You would not be able to penetrate it.
That seems ominous.
I'm sure it's fine.
There's some twisted magic going on down here.
dimensional rift,
Dimensional rift.
Whoa, cool.
maybe.
After you.
Yes. Hold on, you seem to know more than all of us put together.
Which is why I think it's a really good idea if we go back and report all this stuff. But, leaving that aside, yes, let's forge ahead.
All right, I like it.
I want those
We
dragons.
can throw in there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's like rocks on the ground for sure.
Okay, y'all good with this?
There's an entire sack of hammers.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, the sack of hammers is kind of back away.
Yeah.
You can absolutely go back and grab it.
Feel
Okay.
free, do the honors.
We're good? Okay.
So you chuck a rock into the darkness. Hi.
We have a disadvantage. It's going to be the word disadvantage, and
Oh,
we would
no.
like the audience to decide on it.
Oh, no. Okay. So thank you for the generous donor who gave us the word edit. So the audience now gets the opportunity to decide what word we cannot say for 10 minutes. For every time I accidentally, I'm gonna volunteer my girlfriend Allie to count the piece of paper. Yeah, we've got the watch here. I'm gonna give her this thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give her a pen. We're gonna
Yeah.
choose the word. So basically, how it works is, y'all are gonna collectively decide what word you want to prevent us from saying. Every time I say it accidentally, the players are going to get a reroll that they can use at their leisure during the game. Every time they say the word, I get a reroll. You'd think that it's advantageous for me, but it's really not. Does anybody have any suggestions as for what they want the word edit to be?
And.
And You are a monster.
And you're in love with me.
Audience, are we satisfied with Anne's?
Yes.
Oh my God, I see thumbs up, okay.
Yeah.
We're looking at the watch.
You've got 10 minutes to love the monster.
Oh my God, okay.
We'll watch.
You throw the rock through into the darkness. Something then happens. That thing that happens is that the rock is completely absorbed by the darkness and disappears from your view. It disappears from your view.
And we don't hear it.
You hear nothing.
I'm sorry, so for this, each of us gets a reroll for every.
The party collectively will get a reroll.
Yeah.
So like
So each of us does.
No.
No, it's total. It's like a pool.
Okay.
Yeah. So right now, I screwed up once.
Yeah.
Y'all collectively have
Yeah.
one reroll.
And then you have a reroll.
Yeah.
And then I just.
Damn it! That technically counts. Oh my God. Okay. So
It's
you
time
have
to put on makeup.
so you have thrown the rock through, and something happened. What happened was the rock went through into the darkness. Then you heard nothing further. Also, it completely disappeared from your sight. Nothing else has happened since then.
Would you like to walk into another dimension, Carl? Since that's your theory?
No.
Would you like to prove your theory?
I would like to sit down to do nothing for 10 minutes.
Then it shall be me. I will take the burden of walking into the interdimensional darkness.
You realize we're all going to have to fall.
Okay.
I could tie a rope around me and like go through it like sort of Stranger Things style, you know what I mean? And then I'll shout back what I see, if anything, and let you know if it's safe to come. I meant end, E-N-D. Totally different word.
Bullshit, what?
So Warren takes out his rope and ties it around his waist.
Okay.
There's enough of this buffoonery.
Oh, I don't know.
Wish me luck.
Okay.
By the beard of Moradin, give me strength. He steps into the darkness.
Borin steps into the darkness. Before I describe what you see, I would like to describe what you're called to see.
Correct.
You have tied this rope around your waist with the intention of it connecting you to your friends.
Right.
What they see is as soon as you step through, the rope is cut. And it falls to the ground. Damn it! It falls to the ground. What you see,
Yeah.
you feel suspended for a moment. And you're in the deepest darkness you can imagine. It feels
Allie,
as
you're
though
wonderful.
you're a monster too, Ed. It feels like the
What an affection.
darkness is trying to draw on your inner light. And then you feel dropped. You open your eyes. You are in a field. In the distance, you see a mountain range. Very similar to the mountains you saw previously, but not the same, clearly. The grass flows out in all directions. The sun is directly overhead. The breeze caresses your face.
Oh,
The sweet smell of spring is in the air.
Warren takes off his helmet, lets his hair flow in the wind.
You look behind you, and you see a stone door in the middle of the plain. You look backward. It is just darkness.
So Boren is standing in this field,
Yes.
and he notices, can only imagine he notices that the rope is now left lengthy.
Correct.
Oh my word, this is not good. Friends, can you hear me? And he yells into the blackness.
Boren is yelling at the top of his lungs. None of you hear anything.
You said we all have to go through, all right.
Yeah.
Walk on through.
I know how this works.
As each of you in turn walks into the darkness, you feel suspended for a moment as if the darkness itself was trying to get at your inner light. After a moment, you feel dropped gently, and you feel the sweet breeze, the smell of spring,
caress me.
and the sun on your skin.
Welcome to what I have found, my friends.
I really don't think we should go back.
Sounds delightful. No more paperwork.
Win.
What now?
I say we take a break. A nice long break and pull out the grass, and enjoy our surroundings.
Why?
Nothing to stop.
Sorry?
But there's nothing to stop.
There's many things to stab. There's the ground, the trees everywhere. Stab away, my friend.
Are there any brown stains?
None that you can discern at this time.
I look up.
The sun gently kisses your face.
Do we see any other living creatures aside from ourselves?
You don't see any living creatures near you, but you do see some points of interest. For example, on one side of the field, you see what looks to be a town. And then far in the distance, near the base of the mountains, you see a keep. A keep, yeah, like a fortress.
Is there any sort of way I can discern if I can tell what sort of, if we are in another dimension or?
Absolutely, make me an Arcana check.
19.
Yes, so you think you are in another dimension, but you can't quite place which.
We are in another dimension, I'm not sure which one.
Nothing looks familiar. The town doesn't look familiar. The
It's
keep
hard
doesn't
to
look-
tell from this distance.
Right. Okay.
But you could advance and check it out.
I was
Are
thinking
there
about
any
it.
trails in the grass?
There do not appear to be any trails in the grass.
Signposts?
There is a signpost far in the distance.
Too far to read.
Yes, but not too far to walk to.
Boren, lead the way.
I'm going to extinguish the torch.
Fine with me.
So you advance toward the town. And as you, damn it! As you advance toward the town, you see the sign. And the sign says,
It's all right, you're just feeding us, Gary. You're just feeding us. It's all right.
the sign says Bramblevine.
Bramblevine?
Bramblevine.
Vine?
Yeah.
I recognize the name?
Bramblevine, one word. You can make a history check.
I would also like to make a history check.
18.
Okay.
10.
4.
Okay. Thanks.
That number? Yeah, 2 plus.
So, two of you who rolled well recognize that Bramblevine is a town, or not a town, a prominent dwarven family from Faerun.
A prominent dwarven family from Faerun in another dimension has a sign here.
Seems
Why?
odd.
Why?
Would Boren know the bramble vines? I mean, is Is there a
I
sort of
think you
long
would
lineage?
definitely have interacted with them
Okay,
because they are a prominent family
Right.
from Faerun.
right, okay.
However, you may not have had direct interaction with any particular Bramblevine,
Right.
but you definitely know that they are relatively famous in their own way.
Oh, the Bramblevines.
They are known to be exquisite gardeners,
Ooh,
which is a rare profession for dwarves.
right, this is quite interesting. The Bramblevines are quite the caretakers of the earth. These are what we call landscaping dwarves.
I could employ them for my estate's grounds.
Absolutely. I mean, if it's in the same dimension, I would assume that we're still in Faerun. This is not the Sword Coast, or I don't know, but I know that these dwarves are quite well known.
Yes, I've said that.
Yes, I know. I like repeating information. For myself. That's how I learn. Well, perhaps we should visit them. They can help us out.
Sure.
Help our friend stab something, perhaps.
Biggs, you actually see something that nobody else notices. At the bottom of the, so all of your friends are of average height, and they were looking up here. But you noticed from your height, right, maybe about 2 feet off the ground, there's a sign that says Chasm Keep. And then it's pointing toward the fortress I mentioned in the distance.
Chasm, C-H-A-S-M.
Yes.
Guys.
Yes, little one?
Is this a hazard or is this an adventure? Or what do you think this is?
Chasm Keep. Chasm Keep. Sounds interesting. Perhaps it should be investigated.
And the 10 minutes is up.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Alright,
Oh.
Gary, you said and 11 times.
Oh my God, really?
And I may have missed some, I don't know.
I stopped after a while.
Everyone else, yeah, she just kept hitting me. Everyone else you did an 8.
What? Okay, so just to clarify, I said and 11 times.
11.
And the 4 people at the table said it only 8 times?
I guess they were better than you.
Oh, okay.
So, we know from canceling out that
Thank you for that donation. We can do other fun things. Oh.
We have another one actually.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Now that and is over, the new word is you.
Wow.
Thank you for
Okay,
donating.
so just to clarify, someone is a monster and it is not me.
It's me.
What? Okay.
okay, that actually works very well for
Because then
the
at 1 o'clock,
timepiece.
yeah, 1 o'clock, okay, great,
Yeah.
great. I cannot say a certain word. So I will say Biggs is a creature that saw something no one else did. And now they are in the process of sharing the information with their colleagues.
Yeah, chasms, sure, sounds safe and interesting. Why not? I really need that spell. Let's go.
Are you going to, okay,
I do! As you see, my robes they are far too plain now that I've seen what she wears. I need that for my own
No,
wardrobe!
no, that is a wand.
No, I need it! Do you understand what I'm standing before? My colleagues! And I have these shimmering, beautiful landscapes. They will listen to anything I tell them to do. They'll be so influential.
oh,
I like his tenacity.
Clothing.
Yes,
I was thinking.
please.
Hardy, all of you,
Oh, you like a sheep. E-W-E.
that counts.
No, he wiggled.
Okay, that's suspect. But
Trying to help you out the best I can.
Okay. Party.
Of
Sees.
four.
Sees. Town. Closer than Fort. Does party. Visit town first.
There's only one word you can't say.
Gary, scared to say bad word, making best of situation.
Well, is Bramblevine on the way to the Chasm Keep, or are there two different directions?
Yes. Bramblevine is on the way to the keep.
Right.
You have to.
Let us go to Bramblevine.
I shall lead the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. You are welcome. You are very welcome.
Oh, thank you, friend.
Someone is feeling generous. Thank you. Okay. Party. You walk towards.
You're just canceling out the 7 he just said. That's all right.
Party walks toward town full of dwarves.
Standing around?
Wandering as dwarves do in towns. Not
Oh, drunk and pub
obviously.
crawls.
Potentially some, yes.
You there, dwarf! Will you please come over here and talk to me? Dwarf.
No, not you. You. He's talking to you.
Sorry. Are you talking to me?
You bet your ass we are.
And then the dwarf is gonna grab his butt, and he's like, no, it's quite a fine one. I wouldn't put it on the line in that way.
Oh, no. Sorry, I didn't mean that seriously.
Oh, okay. Good. You notice that party sees dwarf acting lethargically, talking
Run, dwarf.
emotion low, but cognizant of surroundings.
So what is happening? There's clearly all of these dwarves affiliated around this town, clearly undergoing some sort of strange situation. I recognize it because I'm quite facile with spells that deal with the mind.
Ooh. You would know this then, friend.
I do. Well, I know things of it. I'm not sure what this is exactly.
Oh. All right.
Can I try to discern, or?
You may make a signature.
That is a 22.
22. You can tell that this creature is definitely under some sort of mind-affecting magic,
Yes.
but it seems very powerful.
Yes.
In fact, when you look into it, when you peer into the
That's all right. You dug your grave so long ago, friend.
when Orem investigates dwarf, Orem notices mind-affecting magic
Yes.
and recognizes that the mind-affecting magic is very powerful and takes 1d6, because I have a d6 here, 4 psychic damage as they investigate the arcane spell that is clouding the mind of this dwarf.
That was unpleasant. Why'd you do that to me, you fool? You are very annoying, you little Dwarf, you stand there and I look into your eyes and you do this to me? I'm trying to help you.
You are trying to help me?
Yes, trying to determine what has happened here.
Nothing has happened. This is Bramblewein. We are a very happy people. Can't you tell?
You look delighted. You look absolutely delighted.
Yes. I am exquisitely delighted. That is a very fine way of saying it.
Hmm.
You are quite good with the words, I note.
I sure am. All right, I'm going to cast suggestion on
Okay,
this dwarf.
yes.
Does he need to, he needs to make a wisdom save?
Yeah, he needs to make a wisdom save.
Oh.
Yep, okay, yeah, successful.
Yeah, with,
You succeed.
Yes.
Yeah.
all right, I suggest that you take us to whomever might be influential in this town right now.
Yes. That seems like a good idea. I think I will do that. Thank you for inviting me to do this for you in this way.
You are very welcome. You are very, very welcome. You are the most welcome dwarf I've ever met.
To you and yours, my friend.
The dwarf begins leading party to a store. It is called the pawn shop.
This is where the most influential person is?
This is very
A pawn
weird.
shop?
Dwarves?
The pawn shop.
The pawn shop is the most influential person.
Yes.
All right.
This is the home and business of Ginny Anvilson, who is the most influential person in our town.
All right. Now knock on the door. Hello, or I open the door. What?
You open the door, you go right in. Behind the door, as you open the door, what you notice is this is actually not perhaps what you expected. It is a store that sells chess sets.
I love chess!
Sorry.
10 minutes up.
Good job.
I need a minute. That was too stressful.
Ah.
You actually did pretty good.
There's been another anonymous gift,
I can't for a second.
but it is dragons.
Oh!
Yes.
What? Okay. Thank you everybody
Thank
for
you.
donating. So at some point in this adventure, these four heroes are gonna ride some frickin' dragons.
Yay.
My bikini's in the car.
Okay, well, I mean, car wash?
Yeah. Okay.
How did I do?
Okay, you actually did good. You only said it 13 times.
That's more than the last one!
No, I know, but they said it like 25 times.
Okay, but they were just being nice.
Okay, so I'll cut out 10. But they still said
No,
it 15
no,
times.
you don't cut out 10. They made their
You
choice.
don't need like 30 rerolls.
Don't I? They just got freaking dragons.
There.
Okay. So you enter the room. It is chess sets as far as the eye.
I love chess. Seriously, I really love playing chess.
Oh, I've never played chess
Are
before.
they complete?
Yes.
sets, or
Yes.
They're all pawns.
This is like heaven. I'm in heaven.
They're not all points.
I'm going to get
But
new
inspiration.
designs for my robes, and I could buy new chess sets.
Oh, this is great. I'm so glad we came here.
Me too, finally.
Fantastic.
And you all were worried about not getting something out of this.
I wasn't worried at all.
So behind the, everyone can make me a perception check.
18.
16.
1.
Biggs,
11.
I gave you the absolute worst dice, I'm sorry. So Borin and Oram, you notice something. There's actually, behind the counter, there's an odd board. It's unique. It's unlike any of the other sets in the place. The pieces are very strange. It's almost like they're the pieces are arranged like shapes. It's like there's an oval, and then it's connected to a long body, and then there's like straight wings. A very strange design. And there's a sign that says "Not for Sale" prototype.
I want to lift and examine these fascinating pieces.
But
But what?
before you do,
Why?
is there somebody minding this store?
Yes, there is.
Thank
Ginny Anvilson sidles over to you, and she says, "Hello,
Hello.
Hello?
welcome to the pawn shop."
I'm in heaven.
Yes, I too am in heaven.
Are you? Well, what dimension are we in?
We are in the happiest place on earth.
Which is where?
This is the land of King Chasm.
King Chasm?
Chasm?
King Chasm, yes.
The land of King Chasm. Haven't heard of it. But I do love this new set. Can you describe it? Why is it not for sale? I would very much like to add this to my collection.
We are still trying to work out the details. You see, the saucers are very difficult to create. And then you must form the body just so. And you connect the long, oblong wings to it. It's a very strange shape. But if you worked really hard, it might fly. In fact, one might say it could warp.
It could, I'm sorry, warp?
Warp.
Warp?
Warp.
Wow.
Yes, very
What
fast.
six, Captain?
I don't get the reference. So, who's making it? What? As you see, I'm rarely this happy about anything.
Yes, my friend is quite energetic. This is the most energetic he's been this entire adventure.
Yes.
Perhaps he's gonna need a new pickle.
All right. So Ginny is going to say, very well. I will offer to sell this to you. In fact, because this is heaven, I will give it to you.
What?
And she's going to gently take the pieces. Each of them are differently shaped. Some are larger, some are smaller, but they're arranged in the same way as a chess set. And she's going to say, "Make it so," and hand you the board.
Make it so! I've never heard that phrase before either. So, there you are.
Breathe. Take a moment.
Suddenly, this is all worth it! I thought I was going to have to clean dust off my robes for hours on end.
Oh, the courtesy of the dwarves is well known throughout any dimension.
True.
Now, I must ask, though,
Yes.
Miss Ginny,
Ginny Anderson, yes.
what is making you so screwed in the head? Happy, yes.
Is that a technical term?
It is. It's a medical term.
There is nothing wrong with me. King Chasm provides all that I need.
King Chasm.
Is his first name Sar?
Sauron? Is that what you said? Sauron.
There's only one ring.
I can only imagine that he lives in the keep that just beyond the village.
Yes, he lives in the keep.
And he's there now.
Yes, he is the
I
beneficent.
suppose we should go meet him then to thank him for this beautiful chess set.
He is the beneficent lord of these lands.
Oh, I bet he is.
It is said that King Chasm made these lands in his own image.
I'm sorry, he's a field?
He is the personification of all that is good.
Wow.
And this is good. You are good.
Thank you very
You
much.
are good. You, little gnome. You are good.
That's stabbing.
Well, Ginny, if you're not too busy running the shop, perhaps you could lead us to
No.
this keep.
High in his keep he protects us. It is not for us to gaze on his visage. It is for him to gaze down on the fields and town that he has created, and we live in peace.
So he's watching us now.
The king is always watching, and not in a weird way.
Yeah. This sounds troublesome, friends.
Troublesome, I must thank him for this chess set. Let us go right
Fair
now!
enough. Let us be on our way then. Thank you so much for your help, Jimmy.
Yes,
Yes, you are welcome.
I have not seen my colleague face pleased with that a bit in years. Yes, lead the way!
I lead the way!
Wow. So Oran darts out of the pawn shop and making a straight beeline for the keep. What's interesting is that as you're passing through the center of town, which is where you need to go to get to the keep, it's almost as though there's a mirage, and you can see the keep in the distance, but getting closer and closer. So as you wander through the town,
So what's the mirage? I'm sorry, what?
the mirage is that the keep is getting closer and closer as you're walking to it, but like you're walking and it's getting closer than you'd expect.
Oh, I see.
So it's like coming toward you,
Yes.
but not actually.
What sort of black magic is this?
It's an illusion, you know, who knows the illusion? The illusionists are a finicky weird bunch.
Fair enough. I believe it.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
So you're advancing forward and you see the keep in the distance, and then in the blink of an eye, you're there.
Oh,
Almost as though in this place, distance has no meaning.
oh.
Each of you hears, echoing through the mountains, 4 individual roars,
Oh!
but nothing happens.
Oh,
My mage armor's still, it's...
Oh yeah,
it's
totally
out.
fine. Well less than 8 hours.
Yes.
You've been since you panic casted. It's definitely not been more than 2.
Okay.
Absolutely. You come to the keep, and there's a large portcullis.
Is
And
it
it's
closed?
It is closed.
Is there a lever?
Yes, on the other side.
Is there a button?
I cast mage hand and try to manipulate the lever with my mage hand.
As you cast Mage Hand, the lever depresses, and the portcullis raises.
Let us go! Inside!
yes. Continue on,
Who's
journey.
gonna waiting trap?
Nothing seems odd here.
You walk up the stairs into the keep, and there are golden doors, similar to what you saw leading down into the goblin walls. Except they are closed.
I use mage hand to knock on the door.
Thump, thump, thump. And the doors open
Oh!
without a word.
Oh, that was easy.
See?
Fantastic. Seems like this last leg of the journey will be easy peasy.
I have a bad feeling.
I'm very much looking forward to this.
As you enter, the inside of the keep seems much bigger on the inside than it did on the outside. Almost as though there was something funky happening. And the entryway is bedazzled with all the fineries you can imagine. Tapestries, plush carpeting,
Oh,
decorative armor.
I caress the
everywhere.
carpet. I caress it.
oh
Rich Corinthian.
Yes.
Oh. Yes, Regent Orin is just a sensory overload.
I'm taking notes on decor.
Somebody needs to get warm to unload the overwhelm. So you continue forward, and it is a visual, it is stunning on your senses. You walk toward what appears to be a throne room, and the gates are open, or the doors are open.
Hello! Thank you for the chess set!
Greetings. Which one is boring?
Ah!
Oh no, Oral.
Oral,
You were
yes,
playing
yes,
Green.
hello.
Yes, please come forward, Boring. Yes,
Yes,
thank you.
Yes,
Hello, yes,
Boring,
hello,
yes.
Come forward.
Who might you be?
I am King Chasm.
Oh, the king!
Yes.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Admiral Paladin Boren Hardiness from
Dude,
Breakout.
Flip.
Yeah.
Short, wears a weird thing, talks in a funny voice, sort of annoying. I know of him. I mean, it's just how it works. But if you just kindly wait a moment, and then you walk into the throne room, and you see to the right, there's actually a puppet show going on, And he says, excuse me, and there's a small array of what looks to be children watching this marionette show. It's a small box, and they are doing this puppet show.
Does it seem like these puppets are enacting any sort of magical effect on these children if they're watching?
Why don't you make an Arcana check?
21.
So you think that it isn't actually. You think that it's just very fine art.
Very good.
Guys, how did you know his name?
I'm rather well known.
I also have my name inscribed on my armor here, like a name tag. Hello, my name is Borin Hardiness, Admiral Paladin of Breakout Hall. Pleased to meet you.
If lost, please find.
That's right.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, he seems to know a lot.
Your Majesty, if you don't mind me asking, there seems to be an entire village of dwarves that don't seem to be themselves. I, myself, being a dwarf, can tell you very clearly that dwarves do not act so mindlessly.
Did you know them before?
I knew of them, not all of them personally, no.
Did you know any of them personally?
No,
But they are not acting like themselves.
but they're not, there's a very specific way dwarves act. That is not one of them.
Seems awfully stereotypical.
We are very stereotypical people.
Yeah, that's fine. It seems as though they're acting fine to me. Aren't they all so happy?
Yes. I believe it's a forced happiness,
Oh.
not of their own decision.
Well, perhaps we should just all watch the puppet show and talk about it afterward. We're disturbing the children.
I don't, well, I'm not very in the mood for a puppet show right now. I've had my fill of puppet shows, to tell you the truth.
Seen many puppet shows then?
We actually just came from a puppet show, actually. Yes, we were watching a very well-renowned puppet show down in Bramblevine, right? Right? We were,
Yes.
yes. So, we also have business to attend to, so, that's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Well, why don't you roll me a deception check?
You got it! 11.
Well, I don't think you've seen a puppet show lately, he says.
Oh, really? How would you know?
Because you're a bad liar. I wouldn't mind playing poker with you later, in fact.
I would love to.
Very good. After the puppet show, and he sort of sits down, and he starts watching the puppet show. The marionettes are kind of dancing, and there isn't any audible sound. But Borin, you actually hear something. Why don't you flip over that piece of paper I gave you, but don't read it out loud.
What's on?
What's going on?
They're all sitting down and he leads over to his new friend, Regent, and he says, I just heard him whisper in the back of my mind. What did it say? I couldn't make out the words. It was something that got louder and louder and then just stopped.
There were no words, but you heard a whisper.
I heard some, yes. Yes. I couldn't decipher the words. I tried, but it was my mind's filled with my own words, so.
Was there another language?
I couldn't. No. That part I knew was not another language. It was a dwarven language, yes. Very thick dwarven accent. I could not tell what it was saying.
It was saying, come home.
It was almost like my mother telling me to come home. Oh, I wish I could, Mama. But I'm stuck in a dimension. Sorry, I don't want to ruin the puppet show.
And the puppet show continues, and what you see is there's a large figure that's clad in black. And the figure that's clad in black has a very large, long sword. And it looks frightening and hooked and dangerous. And you think that if this sword were to attack you, it would be very scary. And this large figure seems to be attacking a large figure who's clad in a golden aura. Then the golden aura figure strikes the black puppet and it falls to the ground. And the curtain comes down. But then you see one little shaking of the curtain as the sword pierces it. Was the black figure slain? Who's to say? And now the king says, children, you may go.
Goodbye, children, and born ruffle some of their hair as they go. Goodbye.
And he's going to go walk up the stairs, sit on his throne, which is about 20 feet off the ground, and he's going to look down at all of you and says, well, how may I be of assistance? I understand you had something you wanted to tell me.
I have something I want to tell you. Yes, this chess set is glorious.
Yes, it
I've
is.
never seen anything quite like it. Can you explain, please?
Oh, well, sometimes you look into the sky,
Yes,
and the stars twinkle back at you,
yes.
and you say, my.
Mine?
You say my.
My what?
That is the final
my is an
frontier.
expression, not my like it's.
Correct.
I'm taking,
Yes, I'm
I
not
see.
taking it because it was in the shop, which is why I don't have it. You say that is the final frontier, and you get inspiration.
I don't understand the reference, but
Oh yes, of course you don't. It's it'll come to you in the future.
very good. Okay,
Yes.
yes.
Or in the past, depending on how things work out.
Oh,
yes. And
Final frontier.
the final frontier, indeed, exactly. And that is where the inspiration for these particular saucers and bodies and wings came from.
For the chess pieces.
For the chess pieces, yes, of course. This is a beautiful chess.
Sounds very enterprising.
Yes, indeed.
There's
Quite the
nothing more to it?
discovery, eh?
No, I'm glad you discovered it, yes.
Yes. Nothing more to it than that?
No, nothing more to it. I just thought, when you came in, I thought to myself, this seems like something he'd appreciate.
Oh, yes. Well, I do!
Oh, I'm glad. Why are we yelling?
It's excitement. It's so rare in my life. I usually am tedious. Things are just tedious, and I finally have something delightful.
Yes, I know. Hello, Boren.
Yes. Look, I have to say, being a dwarf and seeing my other dwarven friends out there so different, I don't think the power that you have over them is actually good for them.
Okay. Why don't we do this? Why doesn't everyone make a wisdom save?
Wisdom
Oh,
saving
I
throw?
will.
Yes.
22.
Okay.
Natural 20 over here.
Me too. I got natural 20 plus 7.
Oh my God.
18.
18. So all of you now see the king and the room. But it's almost like, the only way I can describe it is, it's almost like it's glitching. Like something is coming into focus that you couldn't see before. The beautiful, well-appointed rug and the masterful puppet theater and all of the little children who've now departed. It all seems wreathed or bathed in shadow. Like it's absorbing all of the light. And after a minute, you see the king not seated on an elegant red velvet throne, but instead a throne of shadow. Pure shadow made visible. And he's going to say, well, I knew that this was to happen sooner or later. Well,
What's the this that's supposed to happen sooner or later? What?
Are we in the Shadowfell?
The shadow fell. Not exactly. This
Okay,
is
never mind.
This is the realm of shadow.
Right.
And
Not
you
the
are.
shadow fell. Oh, and I am King Hazard. It's not spelled the way you saw it. Of course. It is K-S-A-N.
Kazam.
I know you're not the brightest bulb in the drawer.
Mask. Mask! You're a mask?
Yes.
That's interesting. Hello.
Hello.
This must be dead or something.
Yeah.
That's what this guy told me.
Yes, well, I did have an unfortunate brush with death, but I decided it didn't suit me.
All right. Well, I don't understand. Why are you so interested in the adamantine? Like, what's in it for you?
Yes.
I'll be honest. It's a bit of a long story, so I'm going to try and get to the root. The adamantine was black tinged because it was connected to the shadow. What the dwarves didn't know is that it was being charged with negative energy, and they were helping me out by distributing it all across Faerun.
What do you want to do? What's your end goal?
Is this where I monologue?
Sure.
Please. Take the floor, friend.
Great, great, great. So he sort of steps forward, he stands up from the throne, he puts his hands on his hips, and he says, well,
Stabby.
this is my plan. I'm going to infiltrate the noble houses of Faerun with this corrupted adamantine. I'm going to use their discord to bring about the ruination of Faerun.
Oh, no, you're not.
No, that's my plan.
No, well, you're not going to do it.
I'd
We're
really
not
like
going-
to, though.
We're not going to let you do that.
We shall not let you.
If you ruin it, then I will have no
He's
students.
too late. It's the nobles of Faerun.
Yeah,
It's
so?
too late for the Discord.
What do you mean?
He's like 2,000 years too late for
Oh.
the Discord. But never mind, go on.
Right. But you must understand, Thora, there's always more room for more discord.
Well, yes, it's called life.
Yes.
But keep going.
Yes. So there'll be, discord, and we'll bring about the ruinization of civilization
No.
and all of that.
As we know it.
Yes, as
The
we know.
ruination of civilization means no more fineries. I cannot have that.
Well,
Means no velvet for my
Exactly.
A ragtag future.
And it seems like my stabby friend over there
Is
just
getting
might
anxious.
get an opportunity to do what he wants.
yes.
We will indeed stop you.
You, sir, will not be leaving this room.
Well, I think then what we should do, as this has been quite civil, as we should roll initiative.
All right.
Here we go.
I'm gonna play some battle music.
Okay.
Hey,
Oh.
High tech.
Ticket.
All right, Boren, what'd you get? Yeah.
I got 17.
17. Okay. Boren.
1.
Okay. Great. Boren.
Really, there are reroll.
10.
There are. You have many.
So many rerolls.
Oh, well, in that case.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it again.
Roll until you get something you like.
18 over here.
15.
Okay, 15. Big's got 18, and what'd you get, around, sir?
10. And that includes the reroll.
You can re-roll again and re-roll until you get something you like.
No, all right. 17.
Okay.
Who's keeping track of our rerolls?
Just a look
I
back.
stole it back. And I'm using it for initiative, that was a mistake. Okay, so we're gonna do it this way. And I'm gonna let you keep track of the rerolls, Allie, because, you're so mean to me,
Great.
Wow. Alright, what did I get? 2, nope.
Did I mention I like to watch?
5, nope. 12, nope. Oh, there you go, okay. Okay, I'm gonna let you keep track of that. I use 4.
So I got that?
Pass me those pens, Kris, please.
Yes, sir.
So as the you roll initiative, the shadow begins to creep up your feet or wrap itself around your legs and begin to constrict you. Could everyone give me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh. 10.
10, okay. You okay? 12, okay. So the only one who makes this save is a Biggs. So everyone but Biggs takes 12 points of damage. Biggs, you take 6 points of negative energy, but you were able to resist the bolt.
Oh.
And the beneath his legs coalesces, I should have phrased that differently, coalesces a large dragon made purely of shadow.
Oh my.
Oh God, okay.
Now that we've reached the dragons,
Yes.
we have a disadvantage. You can't say the word dragon.
What?
Someone has anonymous donor. Thank you for your $100.
I know the solution, but I'm not going to say it.
It is Pepper's idea.
Okay. A creature that has wings and goes like this with its teeth.
How big is this creature?
This creature is quite large.
Yeah.
Yes. And it begins to flap its wings,
Oh, dear.
and this creature
Albatross.
roars.
Oh.
And then, Biggs, you go first. You feel something. Some connection to the outside world. The roar that you heard echoing through the mountains previously, it's almost as though you can hear it in your mind. And all you have to do is speak one single word, and it will coalesce into physical form. I mean, really, yeah. It's a word, yes, it's a word. It's the name of the creature. Yeah, 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 yeah. You can say literally any word. There are no wrong answers in D&D.
All right. It's the name of the creature.
Or whatever,
All
whatever.
right, spot.
So as you say the word spot out loud, springing from the ground of shadow through a cone of white light, almost as if it was teleported, springs a black and white spotted dragon. Damn it! It flaps its wings, its claws go, and you're now riding a freaking dragon. So what that means is,
It's okay. We're playing Dungeons and Creatures.
what we're playing is I used to have friends and now I don't. So this creature has now sprung up and you are riding this freaking creature. What it means from a game term is that every roll you now make, you roll with advantage.
Ooh.
And every round, the dragon, the creature, will breathe golden flame 4d6. And it is your action. So seated in front of you on a creature of its own is King Chasm, K-S-A-M. And he stands before you. What would you like to do?
Can anybody else join me on this thing?
On the creature?
Yeah.
You think that there's only room for one,
I'm
and
very
in true
small.
Power Ranger style, there may be like a mega creature form or something. I don't know.
Alrighty. I want to to stab him, but biting.
You can stab him from the back of the dragon, and every attack you give is gonna have, you're gonna get your roll twice, and take the better result.
Okay.
And the dragon can attack as well, you can do both.
I should make him move far.
Oh, okay.
Go!
Okay.
Bite him, Spot.
Okay, so Spot flies forward like a mythical creature of legend. And this creature, seen in many different cultures, from different origins, advances forward. It flaps its wings and snaps at the other dude. And you can roll your attacks. So roll yours first, and then we can resolve the dragon.
Now this is the 4D, oh, just the 20? Okay.
You can roll it twice to get a better result, then roll it again.
I thought I could do it that way.
That's worse.
There's rerolls.
You roll the.
There are lots of rerolls. Lots of rerolls.
You can, how many rerolls?
Here,
You guys, almost 20.
Okay, so roll twice again. Roll twice again. Yeah, the plus 6. Yeah, plus 6. I added plus 6. So that's worse. There's a natural 1. One more. There, natural 20. So critical means where's your damage? Where's the damage?
It's D8 plus 4.
You roll 2 D8. So roll the D8.
And we are going to do it. We are going to do it because you're riding the dragon. It is maximum damage on the critical hit.
Beautiful.
So that is 20 points of damage. You drive your sword into the shadowy creature, and it's almost as though the shadow begins creeping up your blade, but you can attack again.
So do that again. Roll this again twice. Roll again. No, do the other roll twice. No. That's worse. So now you can do another re-roll. Right? Another re-roll. I mean, one more time. There's a 16. Does a 16
A
hit?
16 does hit.
Yes.
So now you can roll your 1d8 plus 4.
Yeah, with D8. That's that one. Yep. That's 8 points.
8 points, okay. And then your dragon,
You did 4. Oh, she said bite.
yeah, but
I got you. It's here. I already watched the time.
yeah, we're almost there. So your creature bites, and you roll an attack, add plus 10.
18.
Yep, that'll hit. You get to roll one more time.
That's worse.
Okay, yep, so you can roll 3d6 damage.
3d6.
Sorry, yeah,
That's
okay.
1, 3
I can read these ones too, they're not. 4 and a 6.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Who's the Lord?
That's a 6. Yep.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
That's 13.
Okay. So your furious swords, your creature bites into it. The shadow begins to creep across Spot's face and drive up your blade, but it doesn't seem to be having any effect on you whatsoever. But you did 41 points of damage, which is a lot. Okay, Borin.
All right.
It is your turn. You feel an ancient calling, like a voice you've heard in a dream, but a dream you've had many days. All you need to do is speak the word to summon it.
Star Trek Discovery!
So, your creature
Yes.
has a saucer section. And
Right at the front.
yeah, right at the front.
Yeah.
And then 2 nacelles on the side.
Yeah.
And then the saddle is kind of like between the nacelles.
Cool.
Right? Okay. So then your option
Yes.
is you say Star Trek Discovery out loud.
Yes.
And you can fire phasers,
Cool.
and then it will do 5d6 damage,
Oh.
similar to the fire breath of Spock.
Oh my gosh. Okay, great. Well, upon that,
Yes.
Orm with his giant battle axe.
Yes.
As a bonus action,
Yes.
he casts Thunderous Smite.
Thunderous smite, not a
So
regular
his-
smite, but a thunderous one.
His axe starts crackling with the bolts of energy. And what he wants to do is swing his axe, first and foremost,
Yes.
at this other dragon.
But I mean, like, if you don't say engage, you're gonna have disadvantage on all your checks for the rest of the round.
Says,
Obviously.
engaging! Because it's spelled weird, so he doesn't really have to say
I'll take it. And
engage!
he's not too bright. I'll take it.
Okay,
so
good.
so you see the Starship Discovery fly forward. It warps. Now you're attacking the dragon.
Great.
So go ahead. You can attack twice with your battle axe.
All right. I'm going to attack one strike. Oh, yeah. 18 plus 5 slashing. So that's
Okay.
23. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So he hits up the. Oh, and he gets 2 extra dice because he did a
Thunderous
thunderous
smite, indeed.
That's right. And he goes whack! And that's a 10.
That's the noise he makes.
Oh, whack! Him and his axe make that same noise at the
Oh,
same
that's
time.
terrifying, but okay.
And then he says, oh, you think that's all? I got another one for you, you big butt. Oh, still 9 plus 5 is 14.
That will miss. But you
Oh.
can reroll.
I'll re-roll. I'll do that. 19 plus 5 is 4.
That will hit.
So, and he's got the thunderous smite. And then he does this, because I believe you can double up. So I'm also going to divine smite.
Oh, fancy, yes.
A thunderous and a divine smite. All right. We're going to take this, you mythical piece of clay. Okay, 1, 2, 8.
So what I need you to do is I need you to separate the damage. The divine damage needs to be calculated separately.
Okay. Wow. Just with the hit and the thunder, 3.
3, okay. So as you strike, you basically are like, what did you say? Back. That's horrible. And you bring your axe down, and then you just like sort of tap him on the face.
Yeah.
But then you summon the power of Moradin.
My code Moradin.
You hear the hammers of your ancestors
Yes.
calling you forward as you smite. And
I'm coming, mother!
But what you notice is the radiant damage has no effect. It's almost as though the shadow of Mask absorbs it and becomes more powerful.
Ooh, piece of crap. Okay.
Okay, you may make another attack.
Really?
Did you do 2 already?
Yeah.
Oh, then are you gonna fire phase?
Yeah. Then he goes, set phasers to stun!
Really?
I mean, set phasers to kill!
I mean, I didn't get the reference, but I still knew it not stop.
The line is, we come in peace, shoot to kill.
That will hit 5d6.
Revenge is a dish best served hard today! 17.
Yes, that hits.
Great, okay.
5d6 damage.
5d6?
Yep.
Holy cannoli, okay.
I mean, the Discovery's shooting some experimental phasers.
That's
man.
true. That's right. Oh, look at that. 6, 10, 13.
Okay, 13 phaser damage, I tell ya. I didn't plan a resistance to that.
Yes!
Okay, Borin, Oram, it's your go.
Okay. I
So-
think, yes?
So you
Oh, yes,
remember
yes.
the elemental summoning.
Yes. Velvet.
So you say the word velvet, and a creature. I'm done with the dragon thing, right? I have
Yes,
to, okay.
yes, you are done.
The-
Yes, you are done.
So this dragon emerges from the ground, except it's not a dragon. It is a velour carpet.
Oh.
As you mount this dragon, you sink into it and you can lay back. And it will fly you around while you're just like spread and relaxing. Like there has never been a moment in Oram's life where he's been more comfortable or cared for. And of course, for 5d6, you have advantage on all your checks, and it fires a spray of carpet moths for 5d6 of damage.
Very good. The first thing, I take out a little small straight piece of iron.
Yes.
And I wave it in the direction of mask. And I cast hold person on it.
Okay, you cast hold
I need to
person.
make a wisdom 15 saving throw.
Okay. I'm gonna re-roll that. That will make it.
So he's not held.
He is not held.
Well, that's all I can do. And then my little velvet creature spews forth some moths. 12, 15, 20 points of moth damage.
So your carpet, this beautiful, luxurious, wonderful carpet goes like, and like nasty moths like shoot out over Mask, and he's like, okay, I gotta draw the line here. We were civilized, and now you're come on. So Thoron, it's your go. Elemental thumping,
Elemental thumping.
echoes of history, monumental creature, summoning with the word.
Okay.
Yeah. Smite? Okay. So, emerging from the ground beneath your feet through a tunnel of light is a vision that you've seen in your prayers.
Oh,
It is. It is.
I'm just throwing the veil of decency over.
It is a vision of Tempest himself. Your piety has summoned your God to stand beside you. So he will. He can do 5d6 points of all types of damage at once.
Cool.
So it bypasses all resistance. What would you like to do?
I would like to attack.
Very well, go for it. Yeah, that's gonna hit.
You have what is your weapon? What do you use?
Tempest.
Oh, with them.
Yeah, cool.
$15.
15. So Mask sees the visage of Tempest, this old foe, and he laughs, and he says, "I have ascended, old friend. Your weapons cannot." Ow! What the? Okay, you may go again.
You like that? I reroll.
Yes.
Let's do that.
So we have about 15 minutes left. If anybody wants to do anything to sort of spice up my life again, now's the time. But I don't want to sing, so don't worry.
Do you want to sing?
No, I don't want to sing.
How much do the rest of them Scottish? Like you did ask that.
Sorry?
How much do the rest of them Scottish?
$50. Okay.
Miss.
Yes, okay. So this time he's like, ha! Tempest. And now he's going to go. He's going to look at all of you, and he's going to say, "It seemed like we were getting along so well." And he's going to ask you all to politely make a Constitution saving throw again.
Oh, you got it.
21.
1,
16.
16,
12.
19.
19.
10 plus. So 17.
Okay. So what did you get, Aram, sorry?
21.
21, and you, Aram?
16.
16, okay. So you all made it. Each of you take 3 points of negative energy damage, and he says to himself, "You'd think a god would be able to do more damage than that." He's like, "Oh right, that was my bonus action." And he's going to look at you, Thoron, and he's going to say, "You summoned that monster.
Which one? In particular?
He's gonna like point at Tempest like, really?
That's not a monster, that's a god.
He's kind of a jerk.
Oh.
He did get a $50 donation for Scottish.
All right, well, we'll do the rest in Scottish then. We're gonna give you a bonus. Thank you for your generosity. So yeah, it'll be a little over 10 minutes. All of a sudden, the voice changes. And he says, I promise, this is as designed. I planned it this way. I revealed
Sure
myself.
you did.
Yeah, I did. I revealed myself to you and then changed so you wouldn't know which way is what. And he's going to look at you, Thoron, and he's going to say, die. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Again?
Yes, again.
11.
Are you satisfied with that?
No.
All right, well, re-roll then, no problem.
Same result.
All right, do you want to re-roll again?
Yes.
All right.
That's better. 16.
All right, 16 is fine. You make the saving throw. So, okay, I'm going to just make it easier.
How many rerolls do we have left, Alex?
You have 20.
We're safe.
Torpedo.
Oh.
Okay, so that's 7, 10, 14, 25, 32. 37 points of necrotic damage half is only 17. He willed you to die, but you refused.
Mm-hmm. So I take 17?
That's right, 17.
Okay.
And then the dragon's gonna go, and the dragon, who wasn't talking before, now says, I'm gonna bite you, dwarf.
Oh, try it!
I literally just said I'm going to try it.
Yeah, and I dare you to try it.
Stop that! I'm doing it! Don't tell me to do it when I'm doing it already.
Let's see if you can actually do it, big mouth.
Does a 22.
Yep.
You know the best part about being a dragon? It's that you have a big mouth. So he chomps down on you.
Oh.
Doing. That's good. 18 points of piercing damage. We're back to the top of the round. Biggs,
Yes, sir.
what would you like to do? You are adjacent to Mask and his spectral dragon. Oh, adjacent to Mask and his spectral dragon. And he's right there, and Spot is right there, and you're right there, and you're like, stabby, stabby, or what are you going to do?
No, I think that I'm going to pick up your accent a bit more.
Ha! It's a bonus! This is value for your donations!
Okay. This golden light seems like it'd be really good. Just against a shadowy sort of thing.
Alright?
So you said no, we can say it, right? My dragon.
Yeah, your
Yeah,
dragon
golden
breathes a golden
Yeah.
pillar of flame. And Mask is like, ha ha! Oh no, I'm not resistant to that one. Roll your 5d6
5d6.
and add
That's
it
a
to
one.
add it together. Well, one is the sort of optimal result, yeah.
And a 2. And a 1. This is going well. Oh god. It's not even worse. It's another one.
Okay.
Come on, this is number 5. And it's a 5.
No, this is your damage.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's using the
Is he tracking this? It's a
I think this is-
5, a 2, and a 1, 1, 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a 10.
All right.
Last one.
Alright, well that's, I mean, it's better for me than you, but,
I think you should re-roll that last one.
alright, go then.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Alright, and do you want to do some stabby bits? You can do both.
Oh, yeah.
I know you did.
I'm still going to pick that up.
Go for it.
Okay. Again, remember?
Yeah, you get to roll it. Think twice.
No.
Yep.
You rolled twice.
I'm sorry I gave you such a poor set of dice.
That's better, that's 17.
Okay.
18 rather, 18, okay.
Plus,
Yeah, the 12 plus 8, 18. Yeah.
Alright, that hits. Stabby, stabby, 1d8 plus 4.
alright. That's a 2, so 6.
6.
Let's do it again. This,
Yep. Yep.
This one first.
Yep.
15 plus 6 is 21.
That'll
You can
hit.
roll again just for advantage in case you get a natural 20.
So I'm gonna wipe out my 15?
No.
No.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Okay. Crit, go away. So that's 20 points of damage. Now, were you attacking the dragon or Mask?
Oh. Which one's injured?
Both of them.
Never go for the cap.
So as you plunge your dagger into him, or your sword into him, he says, "I couldn't have been you." Ah! And the shadow disperses. Only the shadow dragon remains. You took your 2 attacks, right? Borin, it is your go.
Oh! We have defeated the big man, but his big beast is still around.
That's right. The big beast is still there. That's what I was saying.
great.
The dragon remains.
You disgusting, vile creature! And once again, still with thunderous smite, still crackling away on his battle axe, he goes clack clack!
That will hit.
And he
If you
gets-
have advantage, you can roll again, maybe with a crit.
Whoa!
Oh!
All right. Now he rolls that with his thunder damage. What the hell was that again?
4d6 with a crit.
4d6. Oh, great. And also.
Oh, it's crit. It's maximized.
Oh my
So
God.
that's 2d8. That's 16 plus 4d8. That's 32.
Plus, the creature, the target is a creature, right?
Yeah.
Well, it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away and get knocked prone.
Shite. Oh, I need a 20.
No, that's another.
All right, I failed.
Yeah!
The dragon sails back.
Yay! And this thunderous boom just pushes it back and knocks it on its back.
Are you gonna shout fire phasers?
I'm going to shout, to infinity and beyond!
Wrong sci-fi cities.
Use the force!
Now you're just trying to get under my skin. Go for it.
I'm saying when you're ready, Neo, you won't have to dodge for. Okay, never mind. Okay.
5d6 phaser damage.
Okay, 5d6, you got it. I'm gonna phase you right in the face! Oh my God, look at this! 6, plus 1, 7, 10, 17!
17 points of phaser damage. Right, Oram.
Yes! I just speak a word and a shiny sort of whip-like thing hits the dragon in the mind.
Oh,
It
no.
needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Ooh.
Believe it or not, shadow dragons are really bad at that.
Alright.
He's also prone too, so
Well, that doesn't matter to me.
He fails.
So, takes for 10 points of psychic damage.
Oh.
Ooh.
And on its next turn, it can only get a move, an action, or a bonus action. It only gets one of the 3.
As you enter its mind, you hear this whip, and it cracks, and it almost snaps. But in the back of your mind, you hear something like a voice that says, "I'll be back. I've already died once."
Oh well, that doesn't matter to me now. I just gotta get my robes made. Here, moths, to your thing.
As your moms shoot out, the dragon disappears into shadow, much like Mist did. And in the distance, you can see what was the town of Bramblevine begin to fade. The wooden buildings turn to ash, and the dwarves all look very confused.
That's unsurprising. I'm a little hurt. Can anybody help me? Are you a cleric or something? Can't you heal people? Thank you. Jeez.
Goody.
I rolled it? Okay, 2d8? That's nice. All right, that helps, thank you. Yeah. What is with gods anyway?
They're mighty creatures, but we have defeated them. And I praise all your strength and bravery, friends. What an amazing feat it was to fight alongside you all.
As Spot disappears, you hear a voice in your mind, Biggs, and the voice says, "Roof, roof." As you sink deeper and deeper into the velour, it wraps itself around your brings warmth to you, and then fades through you back out of the ground.
I take a point of exhaustion.
Tempest looks at you, Thoron. He doesn't say anything, gives you a single nod, and then disappears. The Starship Discovery waggles slightly, and it says, "Back in the fall" on CTV Sci-Fi, and warps into the future.
Oh. Beautiful. The journey that we have taken, friends, shall be remembered. Forever the bards will sing of our battle, and the land shall be free of the shadow that hung over it, casting a darkness no more.
So you return back up to the top of the. You go back to the door. It's still there. You exit. You walk back up to the top, and Flip is there, and he said, "So what happened? What did I miss?" Oh, that's cryptic. Does anybody have any more information than that? Or just
Somebody taught my cat to bark.
That's weird too. Yeah. Okay.
Bourne does a really cinematic
Kill the
thing.
god for you. It's okay.
Again?
Again.
And his three
Just
friends
follow
walk
us.
forward, and Bourne says, "Oh, Flip, you didn't miss anything. Oh, wait!" And he looks to the camera and goes, "Ha ha!"
And that is where we will end our adventure today. Thank you so much for your generous donations. I mean, not how you got to them, but I appreciate it nonetheless. And of course, thank you to the incredible people who joined us today. How much did we do? How did we do?
We raised $600 online, so about $650 total, plus everything else.
That's almost $1,700 this weekend. So thank you very much. One of the things that I've been saying about Duchenne is that because it's so rare, a lot of people don't have a connection to the disease. So it affects 1 in 5,000 kids, usually boys, but it's not as easy to fundraise because most people fundraise through connections. Like I'm a cancer survivor, so I gravitate toward cancer charities, and I've been in sick kids. So just the awareness of you playing, joining us for this game and having fun really means a lot. So now that you've heard it about the disease, and you can sort of share it with people if they have questions, because it really means a lot. So thank you, Marianne, for joining us. We really appreciate it. I hope
Our first time, too.
Now you're hooked.
That's
Now
it.
you're in.
I totally am.
I hope.
For the last like 20-30 minutes, I'm completely blank. Mind's gone.
I hope you had fun.
Lots.
Great.
Thank you.
So we will start again at the end of this table. Anthony, thank you so much for joining us, for everything you've done. We really appreciate it. And your voice to this cause really means a lot, so why don't you sign off? You can say something if you like.
Oh, thank you all. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much for arranging this. And thank you for listening to us be weirdos.
Ed, of course, thank you for everything. I know Ed has been with us for 12 episodes of Quest for the Cure over the last year. He helped us raise $30,000 for this cause. Between 2021 and that means a lot to me personally, and I'm thankful to call you my friend, Ed. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm actually very happy to be here today. My wife just died, and this is my first time out in public among my tribe.
Oh,
Thank you, Fred.
Thank you for everything. Thank you for being here, for everything you've done for the weekend, for raising awareness for this cause. It really means a lot.
Absolutely my pleasure. Thank you for having me, and I absolutely love Dungeons and Dragons. I hope I didn't give it away.
Thank you for indulging the game that I put together and when it was nonsensical. And to all of you who donated, thank you from the bottom of my heart. We are going to do another series of Quest for the Cure games online. Thank you for everything. This is an incredible start. We almost raised $2,000 this weekend. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, yes. Oh, my prizes. Right. Okay.
Anyone playing online anonymously wants to fess up and win a ticket, then we'll probably get you one.
Okay, so we're going to let our panel draw. So first, we're going to let Ed draw the first ticket. So
Yes.
What is the prize?
we have
Yeah.
3 prizes. Could you bring them over, Allison, please? We have 3 prizes available, and the winners will be able to choose their prize, which they prefer. Thank you.
Alright,
So
Star Trek dice bag, yeah.
This is a Star Trek dice
Cool.
bag, thematic, of course. It is a mystery bag. There's a bunch of crap in here, which is good. I say crap, but it's good. There's also a dice bag of your choice, Star Wars, or
Kris Siddiqi
flowers,
dice bag.
or whatever. And then this is a book that was donated to me by Chris Hadfield, the astronaut. It is a children's storybook that he wrote, and he signed it. So whoever gets the ticket will be able to. Oh, I lost which one had the tickets in there.
It was the great one.
This
Great.
one's
So
done.
Ed, why don't you do the honors and pull the first ticket? And you have to be here to claim it. Okay. Let's see. Number the last 3 digits are 384. Mystery bag? I originally was going to put it in a Star Wars bag. I'm like, okay, Anthony, would you kindly pull the next one?
The claw.
All right,
385.
385.
Oh.
The book or one of the dice bags? The book.
Yeah.
All right,
Beautiful.
beautiful. And Kris, last but not least.
Yes. Oh, come on. Give me good one.
Get it.
Last 3 numbers, right?
Yep.
387. Hey, you guys.
Okay, would you like which dice bag? This one? All right, go for it.
All right.
All right.
Beautiful.
Thank you, everybody, so much. We're all done.